It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. We got church announcements.
Yo, Denver, Comedy Works this weekend, Matador Tour, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Houston, Sunday, early show sold out. Late show, we added. Go get those. And then Toronto, July 13th. Early show sold out. Late show got tickets available. Go get that one. Go get to it. Go get to it. TheAndrewSchultz.com for more tickets, more dates, etc. Got some cool stuff coming up. I'm going to be going to Russia in September and Australia in September as well. So I'm very excited about both of those. And I'll be at the Montreal Comedy Festival. TheAndrewSchultz.com for all that shit.
I have no announcements. I'm going on vacation after this shit, goddammit. This is the last time I'm talking for 10 days.
There we go.
All right? I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right.
Okay, I do want to say go pick up Shook One, Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me. It's a great book. Helps me to afford these vacations. It will help you with your anxiety and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know if it'll help you with your anxiety or not, but I'm only telling you this because Steph Curry read it. So that's just a way for me to plug that Steph Curry read it.
Really?
That's what Andre Iguodala told me. He ain't got no reason to bullshit me. You know?
Wow.
He was on Breakfast Club. He said that he actually said Steph read the book, and he said Steph was listening to the Audible version of it.
Right.
The Audible. And he said, You listening to that? And I was like, well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean, nigga? Like, and he was like, no. He's just like, y'all just so different.
Right.
But anxiety's not. Panic attacks aren't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some form of trauma isn't. So it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. Doesn't matter what your complexion is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have those things, we share an experience.
Yeah.
So I guess he was reading that book because he can understand the experiences.
Yeah. I mean, you're both from South Carolina. Or no, you're both from...
I'm from South Carolina. He's from North Carolina, Charlotte.
That's right. Carolina boys, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a... Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool that Steph is listening to your book, man.
Well, it would be even cool if you posted it. That's
now
another
you're getting greedy, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm just
now
saying.
You're getting greedy. Are you doing that?
I'm just saying what I would like. That'd be great. He's got like 30, 40 million followers. That'd be amazing.
That'd be a nice plug.
For you just to share.
That'd be a nice
this
plug.
great book that you read about anxiety.
He's a good Christian man.
God told me to tell him to share it.
Did he?
He's not listening to God, bro.
Yeah, he got to listen to God.
Come
a little
on.
more, right? Yeah.
Come on.
That's why they lost, probably.
Act like it's an Under Armour stamp on the book. Post it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any man that can post those hideous looking sneakers should post a great book.
It is cool when you see like people who post your shit. Like, that's the interesting thing about Instagram is like, even if they don't tag it, they'll like, someone else will let you know.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, this porn star that I whack off to every once in a while was watching some of my stand-up.
Okay.
And it was like, oh, you're getting off to me now.
That's right.
And it's
Come
like
on,
the
man.
it's the circle of life.
That does make you feel good. I'm not even going to front.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front. If I was jerking off to a porn star and she posted about me, I'd be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And you start thinking that she rubbing her clit while I'm fucking telling these jokes.
Exactly. It's payback.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or even with Steph, I enjoy watching Steph. Steph is one of the few light-skinned men I actually root for.
Why is that?
I just don't I don't root for beige guys like that.
Why do you think that you have a beige prejudice?
I do. I'm sorry. It goes back to New Jack City. I'm sorry. I know people are listening and like, this is that complexion bullshit. I forgot the fucking... Colorism. There you go. I was trying to figure out the woke term they use.
Yes,
for that colorism shit. But listen, that's just one of the things I haven't unlearned yet.
Right.
New Jack City. Nino Brown.
It
when
got
you
in you.
Stabbed Christopher Williams in the hand and said, I never liked your pretty ass anyway, and then choked him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's in me.
Now,
and the fact that most light-skinned men I've met, other than T.I., are absolutely the stereotype of all light-skinned men.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? T.I. and Chris Brown. Beige with dark-skinned tendencies, both of them.
Okay.
Well, and dark-skinned stereotypical tendencies, so to speak, yes.
Right.
And I only really got like two light-skinned dudes I communicate with on a daily basis. My homeboy DJ Frosty.
Me.
He's one of my best friends. And DJ Envy.
Right.
And I mean, come on. If I'm trying to unlearn something, I can't work with a guy every day who reinforces every
Those
fucking
negative
stereotype
stereotypes.
of light-skinned men.
Okay, so there are a certain group of blacks that you
I don't like how you say blacks. I meant to tell you that last podcast. I did. This is very triggering. I don't like that. I don't like. You have to stop saying blacks.
Does it sound like there's some N-word in it?
Yes, it sounds very fucking harsh. And you say it every time. Blackberries. The blacks. Duval is in Meet the Blacks. All right? I like those new Jordans. The black ones. All right?
Dude,
Why are you so fucking dressed up?
listen. Wow.
Ever since you started dating a black man. All
Oh
right?
shit!
You fucking...
No, what? Oh, thank you so much. She just went to go give me my Zyrtec. You know what I mean? I like this outfit though, Paige.
I don't.
Little red dress.
It's pants. It's hot out.
Oh, that's pants. I didn't see
Pantsuit's
the
played
bottom
out,
of
bro.
it. I didn't
Pantsuit's
see
been
the
played out
bottom
since
of it.
Hillary lost, bro.
Damn, why you gotta hate on this woman, bro? Cause she light skinned, dude. Jesus.
Now, what were you saying about blacks?
Okay, so these blacks, right? These black ass blacks that you don't like, or these beiges. Can we call them? Can I call them beiges?
I call them beige.
Okay,
Waffle colored Negroes.
I don't know if I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay with beige.
Okay.
You know, so do you have the same energy for the beige women community, the beige female community? Because you have some beige female friends.
None.
Right? Amanda Seals is a beige.
None, nothing. No qualms with the women at all.
So a beige woman and a beige man do not have the same characteristics.
No, beige women are way more gangster than beige men.
Now, who's more gangster? A chocolate black or a beige or a beige black? Which
I don't know. I'm not gonna have this conversation anymore because I don't like the way you say black. And that's we don't need no smoke. All right, we've been doing great. All right, okay, we're walking that fine line. Everybody's appreciating it. All right, okay. Taylor, why you look like that?
Taylor not liking this light skin. She thinks that there's a difference between light skinned women and dark skinned women. I was say what? Yeah.
No, it's too early for Taylor. Let's not do that
my
to the
bad.
people.
Sorry
Don't
about
do that
that.
to the people.
I
Don't do that.
didn't mean
Respect
to.
our
Hey.
SoundCloud goddamn viewership, all right?
You right. Sorry,
Now,
Taylor. Sorry.
I do
Sorry,
want.
T.
I want to talk about because I got some very interesting text messages from
who?
some of my young homies. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my niece Nyla, my niece Michaela, and Nyla was very excited. And Nyla sent out a text. She said, "I don't give a fuck. If Bernie Sanders can make my student debt loans go away, I'm voting for him."
I don't. Hold on. I don't give a fuck. What was the statement?
Hold on.
I don't give a fuck
Let me
if
read it.
Bernie Sanders.
Hold on, I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read it to you verbatim.
Go away. I'm voting for it.
All right.
That's what did I tell you
Hold on.
guys?
Listen. Hold on. Before we get into that, before we start to let the chopper fly. Okay, so she said, "I don't care who's running for president. If Bernie Sanders will cancel my student loans, he got my vote, no hesitation." Right? I go, "It will never happen." And she go, "How so? Bernie too old to be lying to people." Listen, so Bernie Sanders says he wants to erase $1.6 trillion in student debt that is owed by more than 40 million Americans by taxing Wall Street. Bernie said his plan will entail taxing Wall Street transactions such as stock and bond trades. According to CBS News, his quote, "All Americans will get the college education or job training they need while having all student debt forgiven. We bailed out Wall Street in 2008. It's time to tax Wall Street's greed to help the American people." Here's my thing.
Okay.
Guys, gals, it's dream selling season. People will say whatever the fuck they need to say to you to get your goddamn vote.
Can I ask you? Oh fuck. Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. And I think I've spoken about this earlier. I think politics breaks down to two different divisions, right? One is
Dreamers and sellers.
for 100%, but both have a dream, and it's both financial, right? So what is the sale, right? Hey, vote for me. I'm going to give you money. That's what we say to the poor people, right? Andrew Yang is like, I'll give you $1,000 a month, right?
Yeah. Universal basic income.
Universal basic income.
Which you stole from Martin Luther King Jr., but whatever.
Sure. Bernie Sanders. I'm going to give
Free
you back
healthcare, free college.
So you're going to save some
now I'm
money.
gonna erase your student loan debt.
Elizabeth Warren, right?
Same thing.
Oh, okay, the whole thing. And then you have the conservatives, right, that say to the rich people, hey, You're going to keep some of your money. Lower taxes. We're going to lower it. All it is I give you money to the poor and you keep money to the rich. That is the game. And we don't really care about anything else. Literally nothing else. Nobody wants to pay them stupid loans, those student loans or whatever.
No. But my thing is, and I'm not even gonna sit there and say it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna sit there and say it's highly unlikely. And this is what trips me out about people like Joe Biden when they drop the ball on like the layups.
Yes.
It's dream selling season.
Yes. All
All you gotta do is tell people what they want to fucking hear. You see how excited everybody in the room that went to college and got student loan debts got just because he said, I'm gonna raise all student loan debt. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not, I highly doubt it's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's only 40 million Americans, right?
Right.
So what about everybody else? What you gonna do for us?
Us meaning.
Us or anybody? What do you? I don't have student loan debt, so I don't give a shit about that issue.
Right.
I'm not a parent that has a child with student loan debt.
That's also a good point. You didn't think about
Like,
that.
I don't-
You know why? Because you're white. And if you were black, I can't say black. Y'all are so crazy.
You say black. You say black disgustingly. You say black like I say Chicago. You know how people in Chicago. You know how people in Chicago get mad at me for saying, "Now stop disrespecting my city." Chicago. I'm doing the best I can.
What if that's how it was actually pronounced by the Native Americans that named it?
What, Chicago?
I think Chicago's a Native American.
No, that might make sense.
Yeah.
Because everything, because they don't think got the Chicago Blackhawks? No.
Yeah, Chicago
Yeah,
Blackhawks.
Chicago Blackhawks.
So maybe it is Chicago. Chicago.
It's a French rendering of the Native American word Shishkakswa.
Chicago.
What'd you say about Cox, Chris?
Hold on.
Listen, man, get laid and
Wait a
stop
minute.
fucking coming here talking about Cox.
Real talk, you do need to get laid. That is true, Chris. Second of all,
Person to talk to, Bill.
we talking wifey? Second of all, can Charlemagne you pronounce Shishkakswa?
Shit, squawk?
Yeah.
No. No, I can't. I mean,
I don't even know how to say that.
It's okay.
I'm not. You better stop disrespecting Chicago.
Okay, so basically, yeah, we know what all these politicians are doing, and it's
And the debates debates. Oh, today's Thursday. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, this comes out on Thursday. The
Yeah.
debates are tonight, Wednesday. Yeah.
but
yeah.
who's going up? I just want to see
Tonight is speaking of Native Americans, Elizabeth Warren. She's the headliner.
Oh, shit.
And then it's like everybody else. Like it's a starting five. The starting five is Biden,
Yeah.
Sanders, Harris, Mayor Pete, and
Yeah.
Warren.
Yeah.
That's the five.
Yeah.
So tonight is Warren, and then I guess the Andrew Yangs of the world. I don't know who else. Maybe Tim Ryan. I don't know. But tomorrow is the big five.
Who is that guy that you had, that Democratic candidate that you guys had? He looks like a real estate broker. He was on
All
Breakfast
the white
Club.
guys look like real estate
It's
brokers.
shocking, right? We need a little
Who are
flavor
you
out
talking
there,
about?
right? What's going on?
I like Tim Ryan though, man.
I don't know, Tim Ryan.
Tim Ryan, he's the senator. He's the senator of Ohio, man. Like I like Tim Ryan. I like the shit Tim Ryan be talking about.
Yeah.
I mean-
Have you been to Ohio before?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's your overall?
I don't wear overalls, so probably why I don't appreciate it. I'm just saying.
Charlemagne just turned into a dad. He literally turned into a dad in that very moment. That was insane. Now you're gonna do the thing when the bill comes for the meal at the dinner. He's gonna pick it up and go, "Whoa, that's expensive."
Oh, I do that now. The fuck are you talking about? I do that now. Immediately at this moment. Like, who the fuck ate all this shit? Listen, I like Ohio though. I mean, Ohio's cool. I mean, it's not. I haven't been there long enough to say I don't.
Right.
I dislike Ohio. I've been to
Right.
Dayton. I've been to Cleveland. I've been to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Ohio's okay. But I just like him as a person. I like what he stands for. I like, the fact that he wants to put SEL and therapy in schools. I like how he his big thing is that nobody cares about the little man anymore. Nobody cares about people in the Midwest. Nobody cares about people in the South. But they're what really makes America go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just, I mean, I like him. I saw his, we've interviewed him on a Breakfast Club, but he did a town hall on CNN maybe like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And he
you
was
like
on
these guys?
Trevor Noah last week too.
But you're into it.
I dig him. I mean, I dig him. He's a senator, though.
Is he believable? That's all I care with these guys. It's like
Tim is believable.
he is. All
Tim
right,
is
fine.
believable.
You just need to be believable because I know you're bullshitting me, but how good are you are you at bullshit?
Here's the thing. Also, we talk about presidents, right? Like some of these
Yeah.
dudes just shouldn't be presidents. They're great senators.
Yeah, but you're just not built for presidency.
That's all. Like I think Beto O'Rourke would be a great senator.
Do
I think,
you?
Yeah, I think I don't really like Beto.
I think he's like a principal. Like you should be a principal of like elementary school.
Beto.
Yeah, doesn't
Nah,
he
I
have
can see
that
him being
energy? He's like, come on, kids, you can do it, you can dream it.
I don't listen to Beto no more. I never was into Beto like that at all. But it's just like he got his thunder stolen too quick, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like if you a real beast, like people think you are,
Right.
When you get in the big leagues, baby, like we should be talking. I should have been sitting. I didn't name Beto in the top 5.
son, he had a whole documentary with either Netflix or HBO.
He did.
And that could, yeah.
I know he had an Oprah Super Soul conversation that I didn't listen to, and I listened to a lot of Super Soul conversations because they be slapping.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to Beto O'Rourke. Didn't give a fuck.
Damn, Albert.
And I might meet him and think otherwise, but I just haven't heard anything that has stood out to me. You know,
You gotta go.
why you handing him that like he can tell
She's sending me
those
nudes.
people apart?
Okay, Bennett, Biden, Booker.
Okay, Booker's tonight? No, that's tomorrow.
These are everybody who's running, right? Bennett, no
That's
clue.
tonight. That's tonight. Today is Thursday, so that's tonight.
Let me see if you've spoken to these guys. Bennett, have you spoken to him?
I got to see his face. Let me see.
Okay, hold on one second. I want to be able to go through all these guys, but let me tell you just if you know the
Okay,
name.
let me see. Go.
Okay, Bennett, you know him?
No,
Biden.
I mean I know him. I haven't interviewed him.
Let me ask you a question. When Biden says black, is it even worse than when I say it?
Yes.
Like really bad.
Yes, because he's got that old 70-year-old white man who hung out with segregationists tone to it.
Yeah. That's not me.
It's the S, man.
Oh, it's pluralizing?
Yeah.
I see. I
Yeah.
hear what you're saying. Okay.
Who else?
My apologies, blacks.
What is this about?
Booker. You know him.
I interviewed Booker. Yeah.
Bullock.
Let me see him. No. Never interviewed.
Buttigieg.
That's my guy.
You love Buttigieg.
I like Buttigieg a lot, even though he got caught up this week. I like him a lot.
What happened?
He had a shooting, he had a shooting. A cop shot an unarmed black man.
Okay.
In his hometown, so he suspended his campaign for a while. Went down there to deal with it. People got upset with him because, of course, he was getting confronted by Black Lives Matter activists.
Right.
You can actually add this clip, Taylor. And somebody said to him, like, you running for president of the United States of America, and you want our vote, and you won't even stand up, yada yada yada. And he goes, I'm not looking for your vote, right? And you hear Alex in the background. He said, "Whoa." Now I understand it, but I took it as, but once again, I can't say how I took it as because this is what he said.
Right.
But I took it as him saying, "This is not about votes right now." You know what I'm saying? I'm here as your mayor. You know,
We have to handle this situation.
yeah, that's how
I admire that.
That's how I took it. And when he said it again later,
Yeah.
he did explain it in that context. He was like, "Yo, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying this wasn't a situation where it was about had anything to do with votes. Like this is
Yes.
a real life situation going in our town.
Yes.
I wanted to deal with that, but." He didn't say it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't judge a person off what, I thought they said.
Right.
Or even what they meant to say.
Right.
You got to take the heat for what you actually said.
Right.
You know? So,
Yeah.
but I still like Mayor Pete.
Yeah, I kind of like that because when people have this other job, they're a mayor or governor or senator, they start neglecting that responsibility while they're running.
Come on, that's a
But
lot.
you still run in a city.
That's what a lot of people say about Cory Booker. They said when he was the mayor of Newark, he wasn't really thinking about Newark because he had bigger aspirations.
Really?
So imagine running for president,
Yeah.
but something happens in your hometown. Like, man, I got to get back down there and take care of my
handle
day
business.
job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I got to go back to this. These are the people that I really care about. I respected that in a lot of ways.
What is your take on Booker?
As far as what?
You like him?
I like Cory as a person.
Right. He's a good
You know what I'm
guy.
saying? When you meet him and you talk to him and you have conversations with him.
Yeah.
That's,
Let me.
that's
You've
about
met
it.
him in person, right?
Few times.
Is one of his eyes a little wandery?
He's too tall for me to notice.
Is he that tall?
You'd have to be eyeline with it. He's taller than me. He's like 6'3".
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be eyeline to notice shit like that.
Okay. He's got like a Shaq eye where you're like, is he?
Shaq got a fucked up eye?
I'm not sure.
Really?
But it's like, is he cross-eyed? When anybody does an impression of him, it's always cockeyed. But when I look at Shaq, he's not very cockeyed.
Hey, man, salute to Shaq. Shaq got goddamn Shaq Towers
saw
in
that.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
22 stories.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? 20,000 square feet of like retail space.
Yeah.
Like, then he's building another unit. They say when it's all said and done, he's going to have like 1,000 units in Newark, New Jersey.
So Newark is really booming. That's what people are investing in. They
growing.
think it's going down.
It's growing. It's
Yeah.
growing a lot. You know,
Really?
Queen Latifah, she's building multi what do they call it? Multi-family housing.
Okay.
She's spending like $14 million. Shaq dropped like 80 on his building.
Right.
Audible is in Newark. Salute to Audible. Audible getting a lot of shout outs. Salute to Audible. Audible is in Newark. They got a state-of-the-art building in Newark. Newark is growing. It's definitely growing.
Charlemagne's investing in Newark.
Charlemagne definitely has some properties that he's getting in Newark.
Some properties bubbling up.
Yeah. God is good.
God is good.
God is good to the blacks. All right, that's all I can say.
Didn't it feel good? Didn't it feel good to say it? Didn't it feel good to say it?
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. 'Cause you felt it, the joy in your heart.
Listen, man, I can't protect you in these streets, Andrew. All right?
Would you be protecting me from African Americans?
That's so stupid, man. How's that Joe Rogan effect feeling?
Yo, it was great, man. How'd it feel for you?
It was good. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated it. It's like I tell people all the time, we don't know what people are into, bro.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why people think that it's like, I don't want to say levels, like certain clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, this group of people listens to this guy.
Yes.
This group of people listen to that guy. And these
Yes.
group of people, I'm sure it is like that, but it's a lot of intersectionality and all this shit.
Yo, so that's what I was thinking about. And Joe was kind of expanding on this. We were talking afterwards just about the difference from like traditional media and podcasting. Is podcasting has become this incredibly inclusive form.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, whereas like radio, the traditional thing with radio, when I was coming up, I'm sure throughout your entire career, is like the opposing radio station and you have beef. They were the radio wars, I think they called it back in the day. Cypher would talk to me about that. And it was like, fuck them no matter what, and we're gonna beef just because we're on opposite sides. And the podcasting game for me is seeming, now granted, we've joked around with other podcasts, but like
We've had smoke for
we've
Joe
had
Budden,
smoke
those guys.
with Budden and them. But in reality, it's kind of like,
But then
I'm
we still go
realizing-
do their show, and they still come do ours.
boom, you
Yeah.
do. But I feel like, as far as I'm concerned, like the other comics that I know who have podcasts, like we all try to lift each other up. And on the West Coast, they do that really well. And I was stoked to have you specifically go on Rogan, for you and Rogan to meet, because I felt like it was these two parts of the internet that you had crossover fans, but neither of your fans knew how much they liked each other. And I don't know if you like got that feeling from the feedback from the episode.
Oh, I loved reading the YouTube comments.
Right?
Because it was so interesting, because it would go from, oh, I've been waiting to see Charlemagne on Joe Rogan. Then it was like, I can't stand Charlemagne. He's a fucking cunt. He's
Right.
racist, he's this and that. And I'm like, well, shit, you still listen. Like, you
Yeah,
know what
they
I'm saying?
did.
You know a lot about me to hate a motherfucker.
Yeah, they did.
You know? So I appreciate it.
I bet you there are a lot of people that had one notion of you because they only saw headlines or certain Instagram posts and they
Yeah.
never really sat down and had a conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because people, you know, are going to select the most salacious shit of anybody. Right? Like, never have I met someone that, like, had something horrible to say about me that actually had a conversation with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They don't know you.
They don't know me at all,
Yeah.
right? So, like, when we did that podcast, it was like a great podcast. Like, we do this every week. It was great.
I didn't feel like that in the moment.
What do you mean?
I just thought it was cool.
But the fact that it was
I did. We were just kicking it. I didn't think nothing
Stop
of it.
being cool,
Yo,
bro.
Schultz, I'm being honest, bro.
being cool,
Yo,
bro.
we was there for 3 hours. I didn't know we did 3 hours.
That's what I'm saying. It was so effortless. It
I
just
didn't
went.
listen. I'm saying this in the most humble way possible.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we was slapping like that. I just we just being regular. Some shit was slapping. It. I'm going back reading the comment like, oh shit, they thought that shit slapped.
Yo.
Like,
Yo, it was mad funny. You know what was funny? This is when Charlemagne got fake humble and we agreed. Did you guys remember that part when you were talking about your success? You were like, "Listen, I don't even know why I'm successful. I'm just like a regular guy. Like I don't do anything that good at all. I'm just a normal person. I have all this success. I almost feel guilty about it." And then Joe and I were like, "Yeah, that's true." And you were like, "I thought y'all were gonna give me a little pushback on that. I thought I was a little bit special. You know, I thought I had some sort of skills."
I just want a little pat on the back. don't just leave me out here.
You really did the girlfriend. Do I look fat in this? I feel fat. And we were like, you a little chunky.
That's a real emotion, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just put shit. That's a real emotion. If you come to me right now and you be like, "Yeah, I'm not too sure about this joke," you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say it to you, and you say it,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "Yeah, that shit ain't really that good." You know what I'm saying? I know you think that shit's funny, but I at least gotta get. But I'm just not gonna be like, hey, I can see why you think that you don't think that joke's any good. I'm gonna give you some constructive criticism on how to make the shit better.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck all that. We men.
Fuck that. We need to have this harsh treatment. What's Taylor?
Taylor, you just want to be on camera, yo. Back up, yo.
You just.
Do you feel you need to be famous? That's
We're not even on that yet. We still talking about Rogan.
Rogan.
y'all just talking.
Yo, it's all good.
What are you
man.
talking about, Taylor?
Taylor did her toes, and now she's real confident, man. She got that pedicure confidence.
Nah,
So-
she tried to wear that little tight ass dress to try to distract the goddamn podcast SoundCloud commenters today.
Ooh.
That's what that shit is about.
Oh shit!
That's what that shit is about.
Damn, you
Because
crazy.
everybody that can't stand to hear Taylor, they like to look
They
at.
like to look at. You really are Fashion Nova vixen.
You Fashion Nova famous, Taylor.
Real talk. Like, you might be annoying to talk to, but you'll get a double like. She's not mad at it. Yo, I swear you can get a girl to agree to anything with a compliment. Like, I swear to God, you could be like, listen, you have nothing interesting to say, but you have the greatest body I've ever seen. And they'll
Oh,
be
thank
like,
you.
stop it. You are dumb. For saying, what?
You're so stupid.
I'm stupid too, but whatever. We stupid.
You can do that with guys too. That's how you disarm a person.
How do you do it?
You just give them a compliment.
Like, what is it? How do you compliment a dude?
I
Will
like
you
your
be
sneakers.
Oh.
Yo, that's some fire ass sneakers, bro.
Compliment nothing on a man, and that shit is comfy, bro. Think about it. The only compliment we give is,
They're sneakers.
hey, the way that you pointed at the shoes at the Foot Locker and asked the guy to get your size, bro, you got it. This is a question that got nothing to do with what we're saying, but like, do you think like when women are, get to a certain age where they're starting to get a little bit older that and they haven't found someone yet, did they just start assuming all guys are gay?
Boom. I agree with that.
Okay.
Because you have to make yourself feel better about not being with nobody. I'm dead serious. You gotta make yourself.
I'm gonna break the seat.
You have,
I'm gonna break the seat. I'm so excited.
no, you have to make yourself feel better about not being with nobody. If you don't have no kids, you got to make yourself feel better about not having no kids. And the only way to do that is put the blame on everybody else.
Right?
And that's the truth.
Like it's nuts, dude. A lot of like constantly thinking about the gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All men are gay. All men are no good.
Why are men no good?
Yeah. Why it's not your ovaries? I'm just saying. What's wrong with this guy, man? This guy is so
Real
crazy.
talk, bro. Them eggs, bro.
Oh man, let's pay some bills, man. This guy is so
Yo,
stupid.
Paige's face is
Reset.
crazy.
No, y'all can't. No.
What? What happened? Yo,
Oh, okay,
sometime-
come here, Taylor. Come on, come on. Represent for the women. What
Yo,
you what?
listen.
Say what?
Yo,
Come
but
here.
you don't understand. Come here. You don't understand
What?
what,
Talk
it's
to
like.
me.
'Cause
What?
Your
No.
your eggs right there.
But you don't know if women can't have kids because of their body. Like, you can't joke around like
No,
that.
we do.
Taylor,
know.
that's exactly what we just
Yeah.
said.
Sometimes the
We
eggs.
spec-
Just laughing.
No. What we said
They got
was
shelf life
we
on the
said
eggs,
we
yo.
said some women want to when women get to a certain age and
Yeah.
they don't have no kids or they're single,
Yeah.
they want to blame it on everybody else, but it could be them.
Could be
and
them.
I said men are gay, men are no good. He said men are no good, and I said, but it could be your ovaries.
The ovaries might not be good because your eggs are hard boiled.
It's not funny.
Nobody said it's funny.
You are smiling.
I be laughing at the timing. I don't be laughing at the. I just like the time. I like good timing.
Your eggs right there over easy, right? A lot of yolk. You got a lot of yolk. You know what I mean? You got a lot of yolk left. But some of these ladies' eggs, whoa.
You think we wouldn't clown dudes with bad sperm?
We do.
Yes, plenty of shooting blank motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, you never see us when we talking to our boys. You
I
like,
look
yo,
at
your sperm is
listen,
mad watery,
listen, listen, when I look at a man that's over 40 and he ain't got no kids, guess
Yeah.
what I think?
What?
He's
Sperm is
gay.
mad-
I think the same exact thing. I think he's gay. I think his sperm is no good. You know what I'm saying? I think the same exact shit. Yo, Yes.
It's true.
They act like we discriminating.
Son.
Everything we just said about women, we think the same exact thing
George
about men.
Clooney been gay in the periodicals before he had the
George
kids.
Clooney don't got no kids?
No, he got kids with that
Oh.
girl. But ever before that, he was like 50-something years old, didn't have any kids at all, and he had hundreds of millions of dollars. That's
Bro,
selfish.
we think
Or
the
you
same
gay.
thing.
Everyone wants kids.
Say again.
You think you
Come here, Taylor. Get on.
do you think everyone wants kids?
Okay, Taylor, come in with some decent questions.
That's
No, for real. Do you think everyone wants kids though?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You
Why?
got a
Until
you got a booger in your nose. Pick your nose.
until they get to the point where they've accepted I may not have them, so they like fuck it.
Well, why? Like why?
I just think that's a
You don't
natural
want
thing.
kids?
Not if I don't have like.
Taylor, get on the mic for
Yeah.
one. We're asking you to get on the mic,
Holy
and you
shit.
don't want to get on it. But when we don't
crazy.
ask you, you all over it. Well, you might be good today then, because you don't feel like it. All right, go.
All right, come
What
through
was
with
the
the
question
heat.
you asked?
I said, do you want kids? Do you want kids?
Not if I don't. Not if I'm married. If I am married, then yes. But I don't want to have a kid if I'm not like successful and I can't give them everything I can.
Well, my dear niece, I always tell you, the things that you want in life speak to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So don't start with, I don't want. Either it's a simple yes or no. Do you
I
want kids?
love kids,
Okay.
but I'm just saying.
In an ideal world, would you want kids?
Yeah, if I had.
Okay.
Everything.
That's it.
That's it.
So maybe you'll
But
have that
doesn't mean-
ideal
I know
world.
people that don't want kids and they're like 40
How old?
and stuff like that. They're 40, but they don't. But
They've
really-
accepted.
They've always said that though.
They've always said it throughout life.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that's
get
what I'm saying,
that.
Like they've always said that they don't want kids. Though.
Now, I do know some women like that who've always said throughout life they don't want no kids.
No.
I get that. I know.
Stop it.
It's a because
Why?
it's a
girl,
natural. I think it's a
Sean,
natural
that girl's
desire in a
50
woman.
years old. 50
Okay, I
years
can
old.
understand that, but why?
It's easy to say you don't want something when you don't got a chance of getting it.
It's easy for men to say they don't want kids. Women have to have them. There's a lot of women who don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What you mean? You got to have them.
Going through having birth.
Go
and all that
buy one.
That is true.
You could buy
People
a
adopt
kid.
all day, yo.
Yeah.
Again, though, they just probably just don't want kids, though.
No, they do want
You
kids.
think every woman wants a kid?
I
Yes.
think it's a natural. I mean, listen, I can't speak for women. I'm just saying, y'all can procreate. Well, not
Yeah.
procreate. Y'all can carry the baby. I just think it's a natural desire. Like, I just think it's something in you that says, you know what, I want to be a mom. Just because you got grandmas, you got mothers.
I mean, I get that.
Even these
but-
women that don't have kids, they all have cats.
it's a
like-
thing for that. I just heard that shit on.
Cat lady. They need
I
someone
want
to
to say
take
I heard
care
that on
of.
Joe Rogan podcast
Bro, they
with Alex
need-
Jones.
Maybe, but they need some shit to take care of. They either have a cat or they have plants. You know what I mean? They got a farm or some shit. Women need things to take care of, to nurture to life.
A lot of cats are for sexual purposes, though.
They put peanut butter on their clit,
They put little honey on their clit.
honey on their clit,
Cats got the real rough tongue.
and they just go hard
Cats
on it.
come licking.
That's,
I don't
hey,
understand how that woman.
you never had a cat eat your cat?
Why why the fuck would I have someone? Why or a cat do that to me? Why?
Well,
That's disgusting.
it's-
Isn't that called a certain form of what's that called?
Bestiality.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's called bestiality or being 60 and single.
First of all, I
Okay.
don't understand how that woman like feel nice because it's rough. That
You
would sound
don't
like-
knock
knock it till you try it.
Okay?
And I've never tried it. I don't know.
Listen, have you
I'm
had
just,
a guy go
I'm just
down
saying, don't
on
be
you?
shaming
They
people
don't
that do
have
that.
rough tongues.
Yeah, but maybe rough tongue feels better.
No.
What is
Act
this?
like those Philly tongues ain't be rough sometimes.
Whoa!
No.
Whoa! She said some chopped cheese.
I
stole
think
the
women
tongue.
in Philly's tongues are way rougher than the guys.
For real?
Yeah, because y'all got a tongue kissed in beards and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are we tongue kissing beards?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do the guys?
I don't know why y'all do that shit. Why do y'all do that shit?
I'm done with y'all.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have kids.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having kids, and I think it's a natural desire for all of us, men and women, to want to have children because we come from a family dynamic.
Yeah.
Like, human beings are not meant to be individuals. Like, I don't knock anybody who has chosen to say, "Hey, I don't want to be an I don't want to have a family." But guess what?
Yeah.
You have a family somewhere.
100%.
Meaning that you've chosen some people
Yeah.
that is your core group.
Yes.
That you vacation with, that you like to talk to, that you eat dinner with.
Yes.
You've chosen some type of family in some way, shape, or form.
100%.
Human beings love companionship.
We love.
yo.
We are animals. At
Duval!
the end of the day, real quick, we are animals at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
That's all we are. We are animals, right? We are part of the animal ecosystem. I don't know any other animals out there. I don't think there's like a chimpanzee out there who's like, I just want to focus on me and
No.
I just want to live
not.
my life and do what I can with my life.
Fish rolling colonies. You see
Birds.
hyenas, bird. Word up.
All that everybody wants to have.
Yeah.
a baby except human being. We're the only species on the planet that goes, I'm just focusing on me. I call bullshit.
That
bro.
only happens when we've accepted the fact that we're not going to have them. Duval, me and Duval's first daughter, well, Duval got one daughter. My first daughter are like this, around the same age.
Yeah.
I vividly remember Duval saying he wants to have a baby because it feels so lonely on the road.
Yeah.
He used to
Yeah,
say,
he
this is
told
a
me that. He
man.
told me that
This is a
too.
grown man.
Yeah.
That just turned 42 years old.
Yeah.
He would say he wanted to have a baby
Yeah.
because he felt so lonely on the road.
Yeah.
And he was like, he'd be out at holidays doing shows and shit and don't got nothing to come home to. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why he felt that way. He can explain his own story better, but he was one of the first guys I heard say that.
Yeah.
So it's just a natural desire for some people to want to have kids.
And it immediately gives you purpose.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the reason why humans think that we don't need to have babies is because we can have purpose outside of that. Like every other animal, their purpose is just to stay alive. And we've perfected staying alive. Not perfected, but we really figured that shit out. Right? No other animal has doctors. Right? There's no like Dr. Penguins that fix
That we
the
know
penguins.
of. We don't know. I'm serious. We got to stop saying shit. We don't know what the fuck's going on in the woods, man. I'm serious,
Here I
yo.
am thinking I got a real good point, right? I'm like, this shit is foolproof. I don't think in the entire world there's a single nurse hyena. And he's like,
We don't
yo,
know.
we don't know, though.
We don't.
Like, you ain't seen a hyena wrapping up a thumb that got broke?
You ever hit a goddamn deer and watch that motherfucker limp across the road?
And then all of a sudden he hopping around the
He
next
got to
day?
heal somebody got to help this motherfucker heal. You know,
Humans are taking care of.
Yeah, we do have veterinarians. We're the doctors for the animals. How crazy is that?
Schultz.
What?
A deer gets hit in the wild, goes in the woods. A vet goes to find the deer, fixes the deer. You listen to Taylor a little too long. You listen to her a
Hold
little
on.
too long.
You don't think humans fix animals?
No, I know they do, but not in the wild.
Yeah, they do. You find a turtle with a tampon in its nose, they yank that shit out so it can swim again.
But think about how many turtles got tampons in their noses that never get human contact. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm just saying.
My boy Robbie Slovic had a funny ass joke. You know how you always see those videos of the turtle that got the straw in its nose?
Yeah.
And that's why we can't have straws anymore? Mm-hmm. Right? He goes, you guys really think that happened? You really think that turtles got straws in their nose? He goes, do you know how fast a turtle would have to swim directly into a straw in the water for the straw to get lodged in its fucking nose?
Them shit do be swimming fast, though.
Fam.
They do, yo.
You believe anything, son.
Them turtles be
Yo,
going, bro. I'm thinking more of like how small it is. But
And how exactly it would have to be to get lodged in the nose. He's like, clearly, this is PETA jamming straws in turtle noses to gain support for this shit. Turtles are the Jussie Smollett of the animal universe.
I would think that like they wouldn't want the straws in the water because animals would eat them.
That's it, though. They try and eat them, and when they breathe in, it gets.
You really think turtles don't know how to eat, Paige? You think turtles been here 400 years?
I don't
they
know,
live
bro.
400 years. They know how to eat.
I think some turtles fuck up some pizzas, so I don't think a
That's
straw would
it.
bother them at all.
How many times you see some crust hanging out Michelangelo's nose?
Word up.
Breathe really hard through their nose. It makes
Yo,
everything
these white women will believe anything, bro. Anything that has to do
White women.
Yo, there's a white woman, bro. You think I only pronounce black different? I pronounce all of them different. That's a white woman. Paige, please, can you show your outfit today?
I already did, and I'm not.
You got a date, don't you? Because I saw you putting on a lot of mascara.
She's dating a black guy.
You were putting on a lot of mascara at today. You going on a date, aren't you? You don't have a date?
Going on a date at 1 p.m.? No.
Charlamagne?
I have no idea what Paige is doing. I really don't.
I saw you putting on a lot of mascara earlier.
Stop saying it like that.
Say here like what?
Mascara.
I think you guys pronounce it wrong. I think it's mascara.
It's mascara.
It's mascara.
Mascara.
It's not mascara?
It's mascara.
What's the goddamn Disney movie? Oh, that's not Disney. What's Madagascar.
It's Madagascar.
Yeah, mascara. It's that shit y'all say I wear all the time. Eyeliner and mascara.
You do look like you got some
All day.
eyeliner, bro.
I'm watching that shit on I'm
Hey,
watching
bro.
this shit on the Joe Rogan. They like,
Hey, bro, you
Charlamagne
got-
looks like an alien. Charlamagne's wearing mascara. Yo, the little nigga in the eyeliner. They do love my eyebrows.
Hey,
My
can-
eyebrows are to die for.
Can a guy say that to another guy though?
What?
Can you be like, yo, bro, I love them kicks in your brows.
Can you
Hey,
say I
bro,
like your eyebrows?
you got dope eyes.
Here's the thing,
Can you
guys.
say
No,
that shit, son?
listen, guys can say whatever they want to other men. We have to like We have to get out of those boxes. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? We got to start being more vulnerable. And if you like something about a person, say it. Like it makes me think you are gay
If
when you
don't-
afraid to say some shit. Like,
So can you walk up to a dude and be like, "Hey, bro, you got good hips"?
that's a little wild. That's
Okay.
that's just a little wild because I wouldn't say that to a woman.
You wouldn't say that
Nah, I'd be like, yo, you handsome. You know what I'm saying?
to a woman?
No.
Today.
Some women. some women. You know what I'm saying? We should do that. We should do a sketch where we just walk out in the street and ask guys to smile. Smile.
Yo, son, you had a great idea for a sketch, bro. It was on your Instagram. I posted. Oh my god!
Telling a friend they can't rap is one of the most difficult conversations you can have in the black community.
Yes,
That's the truth.
son. That an intervention. You know how they have those intervention for alcohol that show or like drugs and shit like that. Intervention for your friends that want to rap.
That shit sucks so bad. First of all, let's pay some bills. We can come back and talk about that.
All right,
But
I use the bathroom, but
right.
you had to tell your friend that it's a rap.
I've been telling my friends that for 40 years.
Really?
All right? Yes. All right. Now, let's pay some bills. Whole lotta is a tasty new fruit, nut, and seed bar from Cliff Bar. All right, a soft baked snack bar with an awesome nutty texture and big bold flavor combinations. Whole lotta is packed with whole ingredients you can taste in every bite. It's a great anytime snack bar for when you're hungry in between meals or need something delicious, convenient, and satisfying. I actually wish I had one right now because I like protein bars, but I like Whole Lotta. It gets you through that midday slump, okay? Cliff Whole Lotta has all the goodness you want, like pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, dried cherries, or ginger, and none of the stuff you don't. That means no gluten, soy, dairy, or added sugar. This is my kind of bar. I hate dairy. Dairy makes me break out. The new Cliff Whole Lotta bar is packed with a whole lot of flavor and organic goodness, all right? It's available in mouth-watering flavors like tart cherry almond, salted dark chocolate, roasted peanut chocolate, and spiced almond ginger. This is a whole new kind of protein, all right? Visit cliffbar.com/idiots for 35% off a trial pack of Cliff's Bars new Whole Lotta bars. That's cliffbar.com/idiots. Why'd I say what's so sexual? That's the kind of niggas y'all be dealing with, niggas that be screaming out like that randomly?
No, how you describing it?
Taylor and Paige just said I said that so goddamn sexual as I was screaming Whole Lotta every 5 seconds. Now,
It wasn't the whole lot of
Is that how you describe it?
going into that.
Nuts.
see, this is the problem. This is why LeVar Ball got in trouble with Molly. Nothing I said just now was sexual, but you two young ladies took it as sexual. Get your fucking minds out the gutter. You heard this is what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna tell you what made you see that. You heard nuts. No, you heard nuts. You heard nuts and you heard tasty. And that shit made you feel like I was saying something sexual. I didn't say nothing sexual. Just like LeVar didn't say nothing sexual to Molly whatsoever. You said what?
I don't think LeVar said anything bad.
He didn't. And you know, they pulled up an old clip from
Of him
2017
saying the exact same thing.
same thing. Molly goes, let's shift gears. And he goes, let's shift them. Did the hand gesture and everything.
that, yeah.
Like, come the fuck on,
And they had
man.
another clip that was wild. I forget who it was, but you seen the one where the dude, I forget which guy it was, he was trying to get Molly to hike him the ball.
No.
Molly's in a dress and they're going out there to act out a football play.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Here, Molly, why don't you hike it?" And he's kind of like laughing. She's like, No. And he's like, "Nah, come on, hike it. He keeps on asking her to hike the ball multiple times.
Jesus Christ. Bet you he's not banned from ESPN. Who was that?
Definitely not. I forget who. So I don't want to get the name wrong.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But no,
What were we talking about?
you talking about
Oh, yeah.
rappers.
So how do you explain to your friend who wants to rap?
It's tough, man. It's not. It depends on when and where the conversation is. You know what I'm saying? I had that conversation with a friend. I actually wrote about it in my last book, Shook One. I had a conversation with one of my guys, and I was telling him like, bro, you 40-something years old. Like, you 40 now.
Yeah.
Yo, it's time to find something else to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to like let's go open a business. You know what I mean? Like, I help you with a million other things.
Right.
But bro, stop hitting me talking about, yo, when you put my music on the radio and this and that, bro. No, like, you're not it.
Right.
Like, you're 40. And like, listen, we can have all the patience in the world when it comes to certain things, but the main reason I always tell people fuck their dreams when it comes to that hip hop shit is because I always say, fuck your dreams if it's not your dream. We see that shit working for other people. When you grow up, and especially when you black, you grow up in the hood, the people that you see that are successful are usually in entertainment or athletics. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that shit got to do with hip hop. And so you look at that shit and you be like, oh, that's what I want to do. But that's not your dream. You just see that shit working for somebody else.
Right.
And that's why that shit is not working for you.
Right.
That's why you're 40-something years old and that shit is not happening. Like, you mean to tell me you haven't figured it out at 40? Because guess what? Even if you don't have a record deal, at least somebody in your hometown should be fucking with you.
And nobody is.
Nobody is. You know what I'm saying? At least people on your own local radio station should be playing your shit, but nobody is.
Are 40-year-old rappers and 40-year-old single women the same?
More hope for 40-year-old single women. More hope. Still a chance. 40, you can still have babies. You can still get married.
50-year-old women, no kids.
Nah, I would, if I had to equate 40-year-old rappers to women in that department, it'd be like 80, 90. You're at the end of the rope, baby. It's over. Right? Ain't nothing to do but find something else to do and live your life like it's golden. Like, go be happy doing something else. Cause that ship has sailed a long motherfucking time ago. Just like, and that's actually a good comparison, because biology, after a while, you have to get to a certain age, it's over, like it's done. Like, you know it's done, you've accepted it, it is what it is. The problem with 40-year-old rappers, they won't accept that it's over.
Right.
They won't accept that it's done. And you know who the example is they use all the time now? Well, look at Duval.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Duval is an anomaly
Yeah.
who has been putting out a song every year for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Think about that. Duval has been putting out, it's not like Duval just came with Smile Bitch. Duval has been putting out a record every year. 15 might be an exaggeration, but no, it's not.
No, I think he's been
At
doing it
least
his whole
15.
career. Yeah.
Yes, he's always been putting out a record, putting out a record, putting out a record. He finally got one.
Yeah.
At 41 years old.
Yeah.
But you ain't Duval. And I'm gonna tell you something else why you're not Duval. Duval has a fan base through comedy.
Yeah.
So he has people that listen to him and fuck with him anyway.
Yeah.
So he has an audience. You don't even have an audience.
Right.
You are calling me, yo, Charlamagne, yo, when you gonna put me on, yo, yada, yada, yada. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm not, this shit is it's actually frustrating.
Should we have a service that, like, you can hire to tell your friends that they're not going to make it?
They don't want to hear that.
It needs to come from the source.
Now you a hater. Now you a hater. Now you a dream killer. You know what I'm saying? Instead, people see the thing about dreams. Like, people don't ever want to deal with the reality when it comes to dreams. You can't dream without reality. You do realize that, right?
Explain that.
You can't dream without reality. The reality is, we live in this world where we have things that we have to do. Meaning, when you're a kid, you go to school. Right? That's reality. When you might pick up a little job, you know what I'm saying? That's reality. In the process of all those realities is when you come up with your dreams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Reality is you got to get some motherfucking sleep. And when you lay your head down on that pillow, guess what you got to do? Dream. So you can't have dreams without motherfucking reality. But nobody ever wants to deal with the reality. They just want to live in their dream world. That's why social media is so big. That's why social media is so great for people, because they can just stay in their dream world all day long. But when you come up for air, you still got to deal with your reality.
And how much more painful is that reality now? Ooh. It's like waking up from a wet dream and realizing you're not fucking Christina Aguilera.
Wow, that sounded very personal.
I had one of those. It was traumatizing waking up. I thought I had it in a bag. I was already telling the homies.
What year was this?
I was probably young. I was really young.
Yeah. When
I
she was like
really young.
hot.
Yeah, when she did the Redman one.
Where the fuck is she? Yo, one of the best voices ever, bro.
Christina Aguilera.
Christina could sing her ass
Yeah,
off.
she could. She could. She sang like a fat woman.
She sang like a black woman.
A fat black woman.
Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up.
They have the best voices. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Fat black woman. Who sings better than fat black women? Because she was on crack. If she didn't have that, imagine how fat she would have been and how beautiful that voice would have
Whitney
been.
did have a pure voice. Whitney had a pure voice. But I
You
mean,
name me a fat black woman who can't sing.
Nicole Byer. Or can she? I don't know. I don't know. Everybody looked at me like they heard Nicole get it off before.
Yo, Nicole got the greatest Instagram. Go to Nicole's Instagram right now.
Nothing
You will
to-
never see
salute
more
to Nicole Byer.
confidence, body
Nothing-
positivity.
Bro, Nicole makes me feel like I can do any
Anything.
goddamn thing.
Yo.
Hashtag very brave, very fat. Hashtag very brave, very fat. Like, I'm like, yo, if everybody had the confidence in Nicole, the world would be a better fucking place, yo.
Yo, it's true, man.
My daughter loves Nicole's show. I think it's called Nailed It or something like that.
This on Netflix or something
It's
like
on
that?
Netflix,
Yeah,
and I saw her watching it, and I had to like pause it for a second and make sure this was some appropriate shit to watch, only because it's Nicole on.
Because
there.
you know Nicole.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, but when I realized it's okay, it's something she can watch, I'm like, dope. Yo, Nicole, I love you. Your confidence is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, I be on Nicole page. I'm watching you in 2-piece bikinis.
Yeah.
I'm watching you jumping out the pool.
Yeah.
I'm like, go, Nicole.
I don't think she has clothes.
What do you mean?
I think it's just bikinis. I've never seen her in clothes. It's only she lives the greatest life. It's poolside,
Listen,
pole
man,
dancing.
I love Nicole, yo. I'm gonna tell you something else I like. I like Lizzo too, yo.
Yo, can you explain to me who Lizzo is?
I have no idea.
Because I saw her come out.
I interviewed her and never heard a song of hers.
Well, she came out. It was BET Awards.
Never
I
heard
saw
that song in my
performance.
life, but I enjoyed it like a motherfucker.
Woo.
And I know she plays the flute or some shit, what does she play? The flute. She plays the flute. Like
Wait, what?
she plays the flute on time. You see her playing the flute and dancing at the same fucking time?
No, I just saw her. Like come out the cake or whatever. Like
No,
She was
there's
just
a
in
part.
the Victoria's Secret
It was
shit.
it was a routine when she started playing the flute and dancing at the same fucking time. Yo, Lizzo is talented, bro. Like, and by the way,
she's a big woman though. She's a big woman,
not really in person.
but she's a big woman in terms of like size.
Yeah, but not really in person.
Look at that right there. But she's built strong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like because she's tall, so it don't look like she don't look fat. Like she looks healthy.
No, she just like she kind of. This is a weird. She kind of looks like a baby.
yeah,
You know, like a newborn baby.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
kind of like where
Yeah.
babies aren't fat, but they're not like
yeah.
skinny ripped.
Yeah.
But she was out there, and
You
so
look like a baby, Taylor. You are built like a baby. You built like a baby. June Ambrose actually told me that at the when we got the award from New York City. No, June Ambrose don't know you. June Ambrose said that when you get older, you're supposed to revert back to baby-like forms. Like
Right.
you're supposed to like,
memory goes,
yeah. Like you get a little around the middle.
lose your teeth.
A little healthy. I don't know about all that, but I guess the older, but it's like it's like a healthiness that a baby has that you're supposed to get back to.
You're saying that's why we lose muscle definition, all that kind of. Well, that's because we
Yes.
stop producing testosterone, but babies probably don't have that much of that shit.
Yeah, because they babies.
Aging is a weird thing, dude. Aging is a
love it.
weird thing.
I love it.
Dude, you know what else is a weird thing? I was
What?
talking about this on my boy Andrew Santino's podcast at Whiskey Ginger. Go check that out. Great dude. But like the idea of owning land, it's kind of absurd.
Why?
Like, who the fuck just decided that a piece of the earth is yours? Think
Interest-
about how fucking
interesting
brilliantly
question.
idiotic that is.
Interesting.
Like,
This is why this is the brilliant idiots.
Think
Interesting
about, like,
question.
there's no landlord for the earth. God is the earth's landlord, right? And then some dude was just like, yo, from 22nd Street to 23rd in Manhattan is mine. And then people just agreed.
That had to be established early, though, right?
Dumb early.
And the Native Americans had to have something, right?
Yo, because they had it right. They're like, yo, I can't own this because when I die, it's not mine.
Native Americans own land, though, right?
No.
I thought they own reserves and shit like that.
No, we gave them the reserve.
What the?
No, we kicked them out. Son, we kicked them out.
I'm
of
glad
the-
you said we, you fucking colonizers. I'm glad own your shit.
First of all, I don't like how you say colonizer. That made me feel very uncomfortable. I thought there was a lot of cracker in that colonizer right there. Okay, I know what you were really trying to say. I really know.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, son, the idea of owning land, like, think of how absurd this is, right? This is how absurd everything is.
This is the Brilliant Idiots podcast for those of us
We're
who are
going.
new.
We're
Don't worry
going
about
for it.
Don't worry about if this shit makes sense or not, baby.
Okay, I own the 8th floor of a building, right? Or like an apartment on the 8th floor,
Yeah.
right? God forbid my building gets blown up. Do I own the air 8 floors up? Like,
Well, you
what
own,
do I
well, you own the building. That's different.
No, I don't.
I get your analogy with the land, because the land is here.
The land is absurd.
The building, you own the building.
Right, so
yeah.
imagine a building falls down.
But what if you own the land? What if you own the land the building's on?
But I don't. I own the 8th floor. Well, I'm not saying what
Well, it's
street.
gone.
There's a lot of J's, man.
It's gone. Your apartment's gone. Because that's what you
So
own.
my apartment's going. So
Yeah.
what? I put a balloon up there, and I just say that's mine until further notice.
No, they got to rebuild the building.
What if they don't?
Because you paid for the apartment, not the land.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why land is so important, though.
I feel like you're starting to explain to me what I've been trying to explain to you.
No, land is important because the
God,
person.
this guy's good.
No, I get what you're saying from the beginning. Like, who was the first person that said, "All right, this is mine"?
How do you do that?
Yeah.
And the fact that we just let that continue without, like back in the day, you defended what was yours with weapons and shit. But now you're like, no,
Well,
I bought it.
The Indians tried.
They
All right?
did.
The colonizers were just too much for them.
Son, that white immune system is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's how you take dudes out.
That's all they did. Everybody thinks it's smallpox. Like, nope, white people just coughed in the bag.
Sneezing.
That's so.
We just walked up like, hey, how y'all doing? This is a casino? Hachu.
That is interesting. It's got to be like we got to research that. Like, how did that happen? How did people start owning land?
Son, it is an absurd notion. Think about it. And the fact that after, so let's say it's yours.
But it's always been territories, though.
Yeah, but you
I
had
think
to,
that's a human thing. Like,
I think we moved around, right? Like, weren't we nomadic? Didn't we
don't know.
like travel and shit?
that's a good fucking question. I really don't know. I would assume that it's always been territorial, though. Whether it's animals or men, right? Because you got to think back in the days, you're not just going up in the jungle, bro. Because you know them lions and them tigers and them bears, oh my, is in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't claim the ocean, really.
Son, is that what's next?
No.
Can you buy? Yo, real talk. How is that any less absurd? Why don't I just go into the ocean and be like, yo, this square of water
That ain't happening.
is mine.
All right, you say that shit till Namor and Aquaman fucking come up and eat your goddamn. That shit ain't happening. But even like in places like Anguilla, you own the land, but all the beaches and shit are for the public. Like there's no private beaches or anything like that.
But you know that you could own a river. I bet you got some land in South Carolina that got a little river on it. You own the water in that river.
Until a bear come and fucking grab some fish out the stream and let you know, all right, what's popping? I'm gonna be back here tomorrow too.
Yo, bears do not respect land rights at all.
No, why should they? When we're on their property. Yo, I was just having this conversation yesterday. The worst thing that we're doing to the earth right now is cutting down all the trees. And the reason I say that is because it's a give and take. Like we give off carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
The trees give off oxygen. Why the fuck are we cutting down trees? And then we get mad when deers and bears and shit is running through our neighborhoods. Bro, this is their shit. This is what they know. We fucked up their territory. We came and remixed their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they might, like, I'm not gonna shoot a bear because the bear's running through my backyard. I'm in his fucking yard. This is his shit. That's
why owning land is absurd. It's an absurd notion. Don't get me wrong. We do it, and that's why it's so expensive, because there's a finite amount of land. We found a commodity that they're not making any more of. We're not making any more world.
if we could understand.
That's why Elon Musk fucking shit up with this Mars shit. You realize if we actually can go to Mars, how our property value gonna drop?
They're already there, bro.
Fair enough. They could be there or not.
I
All
think
I'm
they're
saying
already
is
there.
we're creating more land.
I think they're already there, bro.
What?
I think they're already on Mars.
Who?
People.
Asians?
Man, shut the fuck up. Now, you know Asians would be on Saturn.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yo, we should send Asians to the aliens because they look the most similar. Like, when you think of it, that's true, they do.
Oh, God.
They don't. You don't think?
By the way, that's a great comparison, and I'm gonna tell you why that's a great
Go.
comparison. It's a great comparison because whenever I try to explain to people why UFOs exist, it is because of that reason. It's because of the fact that we all look so different. You mean to tell that the Earth, look how different humans and look on different continents.
Boom.
So why wouldn't the universe look like that? Why wouldn't the universe be that diverse?
It is.
It has to be.
Of course. All I'm trying to say is, what? All right, I won't say it.
You won't say it.
You see how white women always police speech, bro? Why is it white women decide what we can't say?
I didn't think.
Paige.
I'm trying to keep you from being hateful with your comments.
Okay, you know what? I'm a black man. So I'm gonna need you to mind your business.
But no, you'll never be able to fucking get water, bro. But that is a great thing. I wonder, when did that concept of owning land start? But I think it had to start before there was financial transactions. Like somebody had to say, this is our territory.
Colonial.
And you fought for it.
The first record of land claim.
Yeah, but you fought for it. Like,
Hold on, Colonial Unite. What year was that, Paige? What year did the O'Donnells come here and fucking take over?
The Mining Act of 1872 was the first time.
Come get on the mic,
1872.
Paige.
It was way before that.
Nobody ever wants to fucking bring facts to the mic.
No, it was maybe written down, but it was way before that. Like that's on some. I think somebody had said this before, but that's why when, like fucking the colonizers came to America and they were telling Native Americans like, "Yo, we want to buy
Not the colonizers, the whites.
whites."
The whites.
It's the whites.
Yes.
Okay. When the whites came here and they made that deal with the Native Americans for Manhattan, I think it was Colin Quinn that was saying that. And they're like, "Yo, we're gonna
There was
give
a
you
deal?
son." They were like, "We're gonna give you some Skittles and a necklace, and then you give us Manhattan."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or it was like they sold it for like seashells, right?
Yeah.
The Native Americans, I think Colin Quinn has a joke, but the Native Americans thought they were getting over on the deal. They were like, these fucking dummies think you could own land. We just got free Skittles
Yeah.
and seashells for some shit that you can't even own.
And then those colonizers came with the chemical warfare and the guns.
Click, click.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Yeah.
Not playing a game.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is
Yeah.
this owning land shit is kind of low-key absurd because you don't really own shit. If
I mean,
somebody,
you do now.
Yeah, but if somebody would like, if another country comes in here and bodies us, you think you still own your land?
I mean, we'd be dead.
What if you make it?
It depends. If there's a hostile takeover, it'd be kind of stupid to be like, hey, you know that's mine. You know
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah. I mean, none of this shit is really ours.
None of it's ours.
We're really just paying like lifetime leases.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. That's what we're really doing. It's really just like a lifetime lease, a forever rental. Because eventually something got to come back and claim it, right? Whether it's Armageddon, God, alien invasion, famine, a plague, platinum plaque. What is it?
Black Plague.
No, man.
Black Plague.
No, man. The plague, whatever the fuck.
The plague.
Okay. Eventually, something has to fucking
Or is what some of us
come
call
back and take this
the
over.
page. Okay, we can cut that, guys. I'm not going to do all
man.
the... Guys, listen,
you're ready
I
to
have
be a
my
dad.
jokes.
You're ready to be a dad, bro. All right? Okay, you're ready, man. Use that sperm while you can. Don't waste those good-ass dad jokes. Don't be the single guy out here letting them good dad jokes fly.
Yo, them dad jokes, bro. You need a good dad joke, bro.
What?
Okay, go. What's your dad's joke?
No.
What's your dad's joke? Your dad ever do this one? You're not my
Okay,
daughter.
Taylor, come tell your dad jokes. Come on, Taylor. Oh God, you just can't help yourself. T Diddy, I want y'all to add take that. Whenever Taylor talks,
Yes.
I want to hear Diddy going take that. All right, go T Diddy.
Get all up in the video.
Go.
Yo,
All right.
this dad joke better slap.
Kevin Hart loves my jokes, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Which one should I do? Okay. Do you want to hear, or
If
how
you don't
come
start the fucking
how
joke.
come Erykah Badu fell down the stairs? What do you call it when Erykah Badu falls down the stairs?
What?
Erykah Badu. No? Okay. Wait. Stop. He wants to laugh. Stop. All right.
Keep digging your grave.
Keep digging your grave. It's like,
All right. Hold on. I have a list. All right. Ready?
Why does Snoop Dogg use
What kind of pants did Super Mario have on?
What kind?
Denim. Come on. That was a good one. You're such a hater. You know that's funny. For real? Okay.
there's no way you got more bullets in that gun.
How come, you might like this one. How come Barbie couldn't get pregnant?
Because she was 60.
Go.
Because Ken came in another box. Y'all are haters. Fuck you.
First of all,
Yeah, you
First
gonna
of
go
all,
through all of them.
I'm gonna tell you why all those dad jokes wouldn't work.
Why?
I would never say something like that to my daughters
Well,
until they got way older.
No,
was talking about
no.
coming in boxes to you?
Most kids, unless their father is like me and has a mini Nintendo, wouldn't know what the fuck Super Mario is. And what was the other one you
Okay,
said?
I have a better one.
Erykah Badu. They definitely don't know who Erykah Badu is.
Okay, wait. So then this is my go-to one though then. What do you hold on. Okay. Do you want to hear a joke about some cats?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right.
But you think you laugh though.
SoundCloud. SoundCloud is on fire right now. SoundCloud is on fire. It is people threatening to unsubscribe right now if we don't stop this shit.
Yo,
My God.
Taylor, have you heard the Puerto Rican dad joke?
No, what?
Knock knock. Not me.
Yeah, had those kids, bro. had those kids, man. Had those kids, man, and teach them some bigotry early so they get that one in the future. Have those kids, man. Have those goddamn kids.
Yo, Charlie, drop a dad joke.
Man.
Drop a dad joke. Come on.
He's gonna take mine.
I don't have any.
You don't got no dad jokes. You don't have any one-liners. Nothing. Let me see it.
No,
Not one.
I really don't.
You don't have one. No stock joke.
No,
You wouldn't see one?
They're called street jokes.
I don't. Let me see.
That's my.
What? Here, say it.
What do you call it when a cow has no legs?
Food.
Ground beef.
Oh, okay.
Is it because I was on his mic?
I got a good joke. I got a good joke. You know what we don't need since nobody in here has custom made clothes on?
What's that?
A tailor. Now, let's play some. Let's play some bills. Nightmares Are Coming Home. Okay, a powerful, mysterious, and socially provocative film. Us, I like Us. All right, a lot of
loved
people.
Us.
I loved Us. A lot of people didn't
hate on
Oh,
Us.
we did a whole podcast. We did do a whole podcast
Yes,
about
we
Us.
did.
I don't know why people did not like Us. I thoroughly enjoyed Us. They say it's the latest silver screen nightmare from Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. I just thought it was another good, take on the society that we live in. I thought it was a movie about classism. People get different interpretations from it, but that's what good art does, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, good art makes everybody look at it a different way. But it stars Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o and Black Panther's Winston Duke as an endearing American family pitted against a terrifying and uncanny opponent, themselves. Now you can experience Us at home and dive into revealing bonus features to untether the truth of Us. Now I know what they're going to do. They're going to have a bunch of bonus features that basically explain the movie, which I don't like, because I want everybody to be able to get it on their own, come up with their own interpretations of it, and 5 years from now, Jordan Peele tell you what the fuck Us was about, all right? Now, it's available on digital now and on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on June 18th, meaning it's out already. So get it before your tethered gets any ideas from Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. I didn't even think about this. When we was on Rogan the other day,
Yes.
and Rogan was talking about like the alternate universes where it's people that
Multiverse, yeah.
the multiverse,
Infinite universe theory.
yeah, but it's people that's just like us.
This exact in an infinite universes, there's an exact conversation just like this happening with Us. Yeah,
That's another example of what Us could be about.
100%.
Yeah,
No, dude, I thought Us was a brilliant movie. If you're looking for something to be like buttoned up and had a bow tie on the end of it, it's not your movie. If you're looking for something that will make you think and make you try to figure out what this is saying about humanity,
Yeah.
is definitely it.
I've been told it's going to be a prequel and a sequel.
Ooh.
So if that's the case, then that was maybe one of the reasons that it did leave so open ended.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because remember how at the end when the son was looking at the mom, like
knew.
you know what I'm saying?
He knew.
And then you still got a bunch of tethers out there.
And they're half of
Half of what?
the kids are half.
They're half tethered, half not.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. And then I'm thinking about all the other tethers that are out there. They all just. It's not like they got away. They just drove off with everybody holding hands.
We're the gay tethereds. Like, yes, queen.
But they feel it though. They wouldn't do it, right?
Dude, you're locked down there in that fucking basement
What I'm
the whole
saying,
time.
if somebody's having sex up on top, that don't necessarily mean you're having sex.
Well,
You guys know this is the ad.
yeah, but
We
still
stopped the ad already.
Yeah, we stopped the ad. Now
We're
we're
just
just
talking
talking
about
about
the beauty
it.
of Us.
I'm just saying, like, what if your tether isn't gay, but you are? Like, you're out there just sucking cocks, right? But you didn't know.
Oh, that'd be wild. Because
That's it.
down below,
You're just down there like,
Lupita Nyong'o would be dancing when the one upstairs was dancing.
it's dancing.
So I could be down there like,
blowing dudes.
no, not even blowing dudes, just making the motion for no reason.
And people people look at you like some weird chicken.
Yeah.
You're just walking around
I'd be like,
downstairs.
damn, that dude can twerk.
Just walking around gagging and shit. Real talk, bro. Dude, that's a problem. This world is creating some complications.
It is. It definitely is, man.
Let's say you're married down there and you're trying to be faithful to your wife. You're trying to be a faithful black man,
Yeah.
right? But upstairs,
Dude is cheating.
whoa.
How would that look down
Whoa!
below? Yeah.
That's not. I just watched it. That's not.
I thought that's what it was. I thought when the Lupita up top was dancing,
Yeah.
the one down below was dancing,
Was dancing too.
Why are y'all saying
And they all did the
They're
same things.
connected.
Yeah,
They copied
like
and
when the
mirrored
guy
each other.
went, like when the little boy walked back into the fire, the other one walked back in the fire too.
But that was only. You realize that was only the little boy.
Nah, they all do it.
They
They
all
all
did
mirror
that.
it.
Lupita's.
No, Winston Duke did it with the fucking.
Yeah, Winston Duke
with the glasses.
Winston Duke beat his tethered by hitting himself.
by hitting himself.
Yeah.
I thought he was just attached to.
You thought wrong.
Taylor, we need you to stop thinking.
Stop thinking, yo.
That is what
Did
the
you
more.
rewatch it though? Because I just watched.
Take that,
It's
take
not
that.
how it was.
Take that. Take that.
Listen,
Take that. Take that.
if Kim Kardashian pissed people off this week,
What'd she do?
she trademarked kimono. The word kimono for her new line of shapewear. Yeah, she tweeted to she got a new shapewear line called kimono.
Okay.
But Japanese have been passionate about the kimono since, way back when AD, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
What does AD mean? I keep thinking Anthony Davis.
After.
Bro, I gotta relearn a lot of this shit, man. What does AD mean, man?
After dick. After dick. Like, yo, that's how old the girl is. How old are you after dick? That's what we need to know. No, it's after death, after Christ's death.
Oh, that's what it means?
Yeah, so
that's
it's-
whack. Don't put my name in BC, but don't put it in AD.
What? Wait, what?
Don't put my, you know what I'm saying? It's before Christ for BC,
Right?
but then AD after death. What does that mean? After who died?
Christ.
Hey, my motherfucker. Exactly. So it
Oh, you want AC?
yeah, it should be
After
DC.
Christ, before Christ.
Or CD.
But maybe what they're what?
Christ is death.
Oh, I thought it was Christ's dick. That shit was dangling on the cross, bro. Wind all up in the balls and shit. Come on, dog. A windy day back in the day to have that shit flopping back and forth. That shit was probably up like a flag, dog. The flag for the Church of Jesus Christ.
You know what I love about this podcast, man?
What?
When we hit that gas, when that gas get hit, we start going down that goddamn hill.
And we're off to the races. We don't got brakes over here.
But she trademarked kimono.
Right.
Kimono. And people are upset about that.
Yeah.
This is a great, it just kind of reminds me of the land conversation. Because all of these years,
Who owns it?
Japanese have been wearing kimonos, but nobody ever stopped to actually trademark it.
To trademark kimono. How the fuck can you even trademark kimono?
I wonder, can you trademark the word shirt?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was. This made me think about that.
Yeah.
Shirt, pants,
Yeah.
sneaker,
Gloves.
gloves. Are these words trademarked?
How is it spelled? Is it spelled different?
Kimono.
Like Kim. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same thing.
No, hers is actually just shapewear. Has nothing to do. It's like spandex and shit, girdles.
So it's not even a kimono.
No.
Oh, so I'm okay with that. If she was taking their actual.
Yeah. I get it though. I mean, it's not coach. I just don't understand why she would call it a kimono. Like, why? Why
Kim.
even do that?
Kim. Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's other shit you could do. You could be Kimdex. You know, I'm serious. Like, it's spandex. It's a girdle.
Right.
Like, why the kimono? Like,
Does that work when girls do that? Stuff
What?
their fat into that shit? Yo, why you looking at Taylor,
I did
bro?
not look at Taylor.
Taylor,
I
you
looked
use
at the-
kimonos?
I did not look at Taylor.
You use spandexes?
Spinach for what?
You use Spanx?
No.
You don't.
For that.
I didn't even say shit. I'm sitting there minding my business. Andrew said, "Why you look at Taylor?" I didn't look at you.
Oh, funny how you throw the white man down. That's funny. That's funny.
That's right.
Hold on. So wait, do you use that? Where you stuff the body in? Yo, I think we need to put a little I think the government needs to get involved in a little bit. Did you know that there are apps so that girls can change the way their body looks in their
Hell
pictures?
Yeah.
Like what?
I thought you needed Adobe to do that shit, son. Adobe is a thing we got to edit videos and pics. They got an app. Y'all knew about this?
Yes.
You can make their waist tiny.
Bro, they got some shit called face filter.
Bro, it's not only the face. They make their ass fat. They make their waist skinny.
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Shop is.
Yeah, but this is an app for the phone. Photoshop is like face. It's called Facetune. This shit should be illegal, yo. That's what is it called? False
Not to
advertising.
mention little girls are looking at this shit like it's their
Exactly.
life.
Well, that's what
no one looks like that.
Yeah.
That's what Jamila Jamil is fighting for all the time.
What'd she say?
The same exact thing. She was like, yo, these people have these flat tummy tees and they have these fucking waist trainers and all of this shit like that. And they
Yeah.
make women think that, you know, they can just snap back from pregnancies or they can eat what they want and try these shit and they'll get right again. But that ain't the case.
Really?
Not even that.
Rihanna just did.
What does flat tummy tea even do? It just makes you take shits?
You know that, right? Rihanna has a mannequin that shows like the natural body.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Andrew hates that mannequin. You didn't listen to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Nah. Was it a fat girl?
No, it just had like dips.
And it had hips?
It was Fenty. Yeah.
Look, I have a different theory about that. That whole shit is just different.
About Plan B hips?
Plan B hips? What's that?
I think I read something about Plan B just now and mixed both of them.
Yeah, I think you definitely did.
I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely, I think you're confused.
I think I read something about Plan B just now and just confused the two.
No, that's different. We're talking about fat models. That's different than having a mannequin. If you make clothes for fat chicks, you have to put them on the thing.
Why are you mad?
It's more just it's like there's no effort being made whatsoever.
Effort with what?
It's like if you like we all want attention, right? But we put effort in. But if you're a fat model, it's the least amount of effort you have to put in. You just eat fucking bread all day and then you get to be a model. What's the effort they're putting in?
Models aren't like
Not-
real fat.
Yeah,
You would have to work hard to get fat though.
Hold on, we're not talking about that. What do you mean you have to work hard to get fat?
You have to work hard to get plus size, like to actually do it. Because think about these guys that want to like gain weight for movie roles.
You think that there are models that are actively eating buckets of chicken every day so they can maintain their plus size?
Maybe. I mean, listen. If you start, one thing we've learned about America.
Yeah.
If you start rewarding something, then
we gonna do it.
Then people will start to want to do it.
Right.
So if plus size model starts to become a thing, and people want to be famous for being a plus size model, or they know that they can get Nike commercials or whatever it is, they're gonna do it.
I guess what my issue is like we love effort here. Like we admire people that put the work in, right? And I just don't see the work. Like I like a basketball player that puts the work in. I like a comedian that puts the work in. I like
If you've worked to gain 100 pounds, I'll fuck with you.
fam. Who is doing that?
Because you got to think about how many calories you got to consume to do that. Like, it's more work than we think. I couldn't do it.
Are you acting like being fat is hard?
No. Purposely, with intention, not like just regular growing up. In Philly, eating cheesesteaks every day. I'm talking about saying to yourself, I want to be a plus size model, so I want to gain this 100
Nobody
pounds, 200 pounds.
aspires to do that shit.
I don't
They
know, bro.
do it because they're already fat and they're pretty, and then they go,
I know.
okay, boom.
I agree with you, but I think it will be in the future some people who want to be that.
Oh, honestly, like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay
yeah.
with that because sumo wrestlers, like, first of all, Japanese people, they're skinny as hell.
Yeah.
So they got to work.
That's
to
what I'm
get
saying.
fat.
That's what I mean.
Boom.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Listen, if we found out that plus size models had to work to get plus size, all right, boom, I'll reward the work.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're just being fat and you're like, hey, take pictures of me, I'm not going to reward that the same as a model who works her ass off to stay in shape.
I'm not mad at it, but my only thing with it is eventually a doctor's going to tell you that you need to lose weight. That's just the truth of the matter. Eventually a doctor is going to say to you, yo, man, you're running the risk of diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, whatever, heart problems. Eventually a doctor's going to tell you to lose weight. So why invest in something that you're going to eventually have to lose? I want y'all to think about every person that has been famous and fat at some point. They had to lose weight.
They lost weight.
Because it was health risk. It was health reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All of these people that we love now that are chubby, eventually they're going to have to lose weight.
So she's fat.
Who?
Ashley Graham. Here.
No, I don't think Ashley Graham is fat.
But
She's a plus size model.
She's a
That's
plus
what we're
size
saying.
model.
They're
You're
not
talking
obese.
I'm talking about obese.
So that's two different things.
Oh, the fat ones.
I thought we knew what we was talking about when we said fat.
You know what I'm talking about? The big fat models.
I
Like,
wouldn't call them fat though.
that's not fat. That's how girls look.
So that's a plus size model.
Yeah, but we talking about plus.
Yeah.
Who has
I'm talking
that?
to
I said, where's that
the
at?
bitches that look like circles. That's
Stop
what I'm
calling
talking
women
about.
bitches.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that I'm talking about.
I don't know who you're talking
about?
You don't know you don't know fat people? The ones who ride on scooters.
But they're not models. I feel like you're saying two
They're models too. Yes, they are.
They might be famous
Yeah.
for something else, for singing.
Go ahead.
Nah, I don't think you girls know what's going on out there in the world. I really don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we don't have to talk about this any longer.
I'm just seeing what Carla's into.
Nah.
I'm just seeing who Carla follows.
All right, what else?
What is she into?
Charlotte, what else, man?
What we missing?
What else happened this week?
BET Awards.
How'd you like it?
I loved it. I thought the BET Awards was dope. Salute to Connie Orlando. By the way, I always enjoy the BET Awards. The thing that I really enjoyed about the BET Awards is they know how to blend the old with the new.
Okay.
And one thing I always want everybody to perfect as they get older is the performance. I saw people getting mad because people was using, backtracks and lip syncing. I would much rather hear backtracks and lip syncing at an award show because I want you to go on that stage and bust ass. Unless you're just an amazing vocalist, unless you're Christina Aguilera or Jill Scott or Fantasia, somebody that we know tears it down when they sing. You know what I mean? Other than that, I want a great performance. And I thought that the BET Awards, kicked off with a great performance. I love seeing Offset do choreography. Listen, man, I love seeing people use their full skill set. We've seen old videos of Offset pop locking. Right. You know what I'm saying? So to see him on that stage pop locking with other guys and doing the choreography and actually having a routine in the set, that shit felt like when Captain Marvel took that shit off her neck and was really seeing how powerful she fucking was, man. And then when you see Offset come back out with the Migos and it's the Migos and Mustard and they just doing a little two-step, I'm like, don't you ever insult Offset like that ever again. Don't ever limit Offset to a motherfucking two-step. That boy is bad. He got Chris Brown with the dance moves.
Wait, really?
What? Offset gets busy.
I had no clue.
Yes. What, Taylor? And I wouldn't say you're fucking nothing. Listen, Offset, he's not. You know what I mean? He's not Chris Brown, but he can dance.
Yeah, he's
you know what I'm
way
saying?
better than we thought.
I thought Cardi's performance was great. I'll be 41 on Saturday. I love Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing to me. That's my era. That's what the BET Awards was Sunday. Saturday, I'm sitting around my fire pit. As Nyla was with me, Dolly was with me. I'm sitting around my motherfucking fire pit, right? Drunk as shit. Just had my daughter's birthday party. Her birthday's not till this week, but we had it Saturday, so it's like 15, 11-year-old, 10-year-old kids running around. But, I got shit for the adults, so we got liquor and, you know what I mean? Like, the adults are having adult fun. The kids are doing what kids do. But when the kids left, we sitting around the fire pit, like, man, turn on that Mary J. fucking Blige. That's what I'm vibing to, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking doing the Mary kick step and all that around my fire pit. Like, I love Mary J. Blige. When I'm depressed, my life, I love the album, but that song, my life is one of my favorite songs of all time. Because really, that song is just about giving it to God. Like, whatever problems you have, whatever negativity is going on in your life, just give it all to God.
Why do you think music has such an effect on our emotions?
Because I think it's people capturing our emotions. I think it's people that are going through those emotions and putting them on songs that slap. It's rhythm.
But
it's music.
Have you noticed that if you're in a bad mood, sometimes a great song can lift you out of that shit?
Mary J. Blige, my life. Mary J. Blige, Be Happy. She has a song called Be Happy, and she's saying over and over, all I really want is to be happy, is to find that love that's mine. It'll be so sweet. Like that shit.
Charlotte, hit that, bro. Come on.
But that's what takes you into a different mode.
Yeah.
So I love seeing Mary perform. Like, Mary is really a cultural icon, bro. Like, she's really a cultural fucking treasure. Like, that's Mary, me, listen, I know people love Beyonce. I love Beyonce. But Mary is like my Beyonce.
Right.
If I'm being honest. Like, Mary, Beyonce's Beyonce. Don't get me wrong, but Mary is just a different level of soul, bro.
Right.
Like, I can't explain it. Like, Mary gets into your fucking system in a different way. And I think that's because
What's the difference? What's the difference between someone that does that, an artist that does that, and then a pop song that catches but doesn't affect us emotionally?
I think it's pain. That's why I think Beyonce's best album is Lemonade.
Because
of the pain.
There was pain in there. And
Mary's first two albums was pain. You know what I'm saying?
What's the fat chick, the white girl, fuck is her name? Rolling in the D. Adele, yeah. She, A lot of pain.
I don't feel Adele like that.
Really?
I don't feel Adele like that. I just don't. I don't know why. I think she's talented.
Right.
No, you have to be white.
You think it's more of a white thing?
No disrespect to Adele, but it's like 20 black women that do what she does better.
Whoa.
Adele is a white Jill Scott to me. She's a mayonnaise flavored Jill Scott.
Whoa.
It's the truth.
Shots fired.
And Adele and Sam, think about it. For the longest, we didn't never see Adele and Sam Smith in the same room, so they on the same level. Like Sam Smith got cool records too, but I don't feel him either. It has nothing to do with their skin complexion. I just don't feel him.
Right.
Who? I feel that. I feel that shit. And I'm not saying that because that's my man. I'm just saying that when you hear Thinking Out Loud, you gonna cry.
Yes.
Thinking Out Loud is gonna make you cry, bro.
And do you think that's because Ed is colored? Do you think? Because to all the Reds out there,
I can relate
to Reds.
I can relate to Ed more. Even when even on the new song with Justin Bieber, I don't care.
Right.
Like that's me in a lot of social settings.
Yes.
It just is.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel comfortable around my people. And when I'm with my people, when I'm with my wife, and I'm with people that I love and care for, I feel comfortable. When I'm not, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? I've been at this party too goddamn long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, music is this weird thing where like it doesn't need to tap into something that we've experienced. It has to tap into something that we've felt. Right? Like
it's
like
emotion. Word.
It's emotion, right? But like, you know how remember the MOP song?
Annie Up.
Annie Up, right? Like even if you've never just like walked around and like wanted to like beat the shit out of people or whatever like that, when that song hits,
you wanted to,
yeah, right? You're in the office, you're like, I just want to fuck everybody up.
Somebody cut you while you driving, you like, Annie Up, motherfucker,
it's that fool.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like the great music, what Mary does for you, and what like these certain songs do for people.
Yeah,
it's tapping into like your gut. It's tapping into the shit that you feel but you might not have done or you wish you could have done.
Yeah.
It's like the conversations in your head.
Yeah. You know who I felt? Amy Winehouse.
Interesting.
Felt Amy in a big way. Still listen to a lot of Amy Winehouse music right now.
And she had a lot of pain, right? She covered it up with drug use and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of pain in there, no?
Yeah. A lot of pain. It's all pain. And I'm not saying Adele didn't go through pain. I'm just saying it
doesn't touch you.
I felt, it was one Adele album I did really like. Was it 21? Was it? No, that's Taylor Swift. Who the fuck? That's Adele? Adele 21? That's Rolling in the Deep and all that? Yeah, I like that. I like that shit. There was some pain in there.
So you need pain.
I need real emotion. And real emotion is usually trauma. It's usually pain. You know what I'm saying?
What about Ultra Light Beam? Like, I felt that was love.
Amazing.
And that affected me, but it was a positive. It was the opposite side of the spectrum, right? It was like...
Yeah. But that was a real emotion, though.
Yes.
We've all felt that. Like, that's why I love Mary J. Be Happy. Like, because she says, like, life is too short to be trying to play these games. You know what I'm saying? Take some time and think about it. Is it really worth losing me? And even though that's about her talking about a man losing it, but that's how you feel. Like, that's that energy. Because, honestly, when you are really in love with somebody, right? Like, that's what that person makes you feel. That person makes you feel a level of happiness you never felt before. So even though Mary is talking about her being a woman and talking about losing a man or asking the man, is it really worth losing me? As a man, I'm the guy on the other side of that. I'm the guy that the woman is talking to. And I'm like, yo, you know what, boo, you right. It ain't worth losing you. You know what I'm saying? So let's be happy together.
So is that Mary's genius? Is that she can tap into like universal humanity?
Absolutely. Because there's been Mary albums that people didn't like. Taz. There's been Mary albums that people didn't like. And the reason they didn't like them is because they didn't feel like she was going through anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
So why can certain songs...
Go grab Taz for me, Taylor.
Why can certain songs that are just like pop songs...
Yeah.
Why can they exist? Like, why can someone Britney Spears have like a career of these just like pop songs that really don't mean anything to us, but they resonate? Why does that happen? Why?
But do they resonate? Think about it like this. They resonate for a moment. It's a fart, bro.
I could sing Toxic right now. My toxic comes sipping over in the case I wanna ride. My toxic comes sipping over.
Michaela, you leaving? Yeah. Taz! What's up, Pinch? What's up, my brother? Hold on. I ain't see you in a minute. It's my man.
How you doing, man?
Tell Andrew the beauty of Mary J. Blige real quick.
Have a seat, man. So we're talking about like why certain music resonates and why what is it about a song that changes it from being like popular and like affecting you emotionally, like how certain music can really change your day. And he brought up Mary J. Blige's Be Happy.
Right.
And he's like, when I'm sad, I can put this song on and it can shift my mood. Like, people pay good money for prescription medication that does that kind of shit. So what is it about a Mary that continues to have this effect on people? And speak close to the mic so we can hear you.
My man Taz Daddy.
Yes, sir. So listen, when it comes to Mary, you got to realize two things. First and foremost, we had never had a Mary before. Someone who was real and authentic and actually wasn't the perfect singer, but was someone who you could believe in. And when you saw her, like, you felt like that was me. That was my homegirl down the street who could just rock with me. And when you listen to Be Happy, that bass line drops, you literally hear the sunshine in your soul. You know, it's something like absolutely phenomenal. And the amount of dopamine that fires off in the brain when that song comes on, it'll change your life. Everybody remembers where they were. You know how people like our parents will say, I know where I was when JFK was
got
shot. I know where I was when I first heard Be Happy.
Ooh, where was you?
Where
I was
were you?
in
Yeah.
1107 Johnson Hall in Temple University, and I remember hearing that song and saying, yo, she's unstoppable. Like, you know, the first album and the couple of remixes, I was like, yo, Mary's dope. But like at that point, I felt like she's unstoppable. Nobody's going to touch her. She's an archetype. And to this day, if you look at people who have come after Mary, Mary is literally the blueprint for
Every
everybody
single one of them.
after her.
Keisha Cole,
There's
K. Michelle.
There's
Interesting.
before Mary and then there's after Mary.
So you mentioned an interesting thing. He said that she wasn't necessarily the best singer, but she was so authentic.
You felt it.
That we felt it, right?
Like Pac.
Absolutely.
So do
Pac
we?
wasn't the best rapper, but
wasn't
you
the best
felt him.
rapper, but you. So and we put him in that category of best rapper. So maybe authenticity is the greatest skill that you can have.
Right. Listen, there are people who are, I will tell you this, Charlemagne is not the most technical radio personality I've ever worked
But
with.
his
or known.
authenticity.
But the thing that gets Charlemagne over is he's absolutely believing everything that comes out of his mouth. He's not going to say anything that's not true.
And his ability to pronounce S's.
You know, but the truth of the matter is people are dying to have reality.
Yes.
And I mean real reality, not the stuff that they, you know, manufacture and have writers that they call story editors on reality TV. They want people who are actually going to be who they are. And what happens is, as many people that hate him, there are more people who love him.
Right.
You know, there's just the amount of people who were willing to admit it. And that's what it comes down to. When it comes to Mary, like, people love Mary because she's great. When Mary had her coke addiction, we felt bad for her. When Mary got into it with Casey and Casey was whipping on her, we felt bad for her. When she looked like she was breaking up Case's happy home for being with him, we still felt bad for her.
When Ken Du was trying to get fucking $10,000 a month from her, he was like,
for
fuck
doing
no.
nothing. Fuck that mother. So it literally
Be
comes
happy,
down to that.
Taz. Be happy.
All I
No, I'm
really
joking,
want is
I'm
to be
joking,
happy.
I'm joking.
Andrew?
But okay, this is fascinating to me. So authenticity is the key. That's
Always,
the
it always
tesseract.
is, always
That
has been.
And when
In any industry.
Doesn't matter what you are.
now when somebody who we don't think is authentic comes up and we start to kind of like tear them down a little bit. Have you noticed this? Like with some people, like on the rise, we're like, okay, yeah, I know about this band. They're new, they're hot, they're cool. And the second they come up, we're like, nah, fuck them, they change, etc. Do we do that with the authentic, or we do that less?
We do
we
that less.
celebrate them?
Here's the thing, right? Let's be honest, and forgive me in advance for you Bruno Mars fans, but I'm going to tell the truth. Back in the day, Bruno Mars wore a little stingy brim fedora, and I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad. Next thing you know, he goes on tour with a woman named Janelle Monáe, and then he's all doo-wops and hooligans and black and white stuff. So when you realize what it is, and you realize that someone is not playing their authentic self. Hell, let's go back to 1991 when he was on the Arsenio Hall playing Elvis.
Interesting.
So yeah, he's as fake as a $3 bill, and people see through that. Not saying he's not talented, because
Hold on, Bruno Mars is on Arsenio Hall?
Yes, he did an Elvis impersonation.
Really?
1991.
Bruno
Google
Mars?
it.
Exactly. I was like,
that?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Oh, he was a little kid. Okay,
Yeah, but
got
he
you.
was doing an Elvis impersonation.
Well,
You know what
Elvis
Elvis did?
but Elvis is doing an impersonation of black
Thank you.
music, right?
Thank you.
But so then he might be consistent, right? If he is.
He's consistent, but he's still fake, because at the end of the day, he's doing black music to a palatable white audience.
Right.
And therein lies the difference. It's not like somebody like, whereas though, like you got an Eminem who's from Detroit and he's from a gutter place and he actually believes those things and he's not trying to be Vanilla Ice.
I see what
So-
you're saying.
He was trying to be Redman though.
He was trying to be Redman really hard. That's why if you go back to 1999 and you look at all those MTV promos that they ran for 3 days straight with Dr. Dre and LL Cool J and Missy Elliott and all these people talking about how dope he was, even though he was a white rapper, because they wanted to have as many cosigns as possible to lower the barrier to entry of disrespect. That's what winds up happening. But yeah, like at least he actually had the goods to back it up. I'm not really here for Bruno and his doo-wops.
Now
Bruno is-
Bruno's last album was all New Jack Swing. And I did respect the fact that he paid homage when he won, what was it, the Grammy or whatever for Album of the Year. He paid homage to Teddy Riley and all the people before him.
He had no
He
choice because
clearly
he got
loves
aired
them,
out though.
but he loves them. He loves the music. But I think what you're saying is that he also recognizes there's a business opportunity here, and he's running with that business opportunity instead of like this being like Mary is not going to go out there and start making country songs because Mary can only make the music that comes out of her, and that happens to be the soul.
Absolutely.
Whereas there are certain people that are wildly skilled in their ability to create music,
To mimic.
and they can bounce around.
Right.
And you're saying that like naturally humans can sense or sniff out something a little bit fake.
You know bullshit a mile away.
There we go. Now, but some people don't. So what is it about you that can sense inauthenticity about it? Because you're familiar with the music, and the audience that you're speaking to is not. So here, what you're saying, this palatable white audience,
Right.
And I've been to a Bruno Mars show, and I think it's pretty diverse.
Absolutely. So was Prince, but Prince was real.
Interesting. So the more familiar you are with the music, like for me, the more familiar I am with comedy, for example, a lot of shit's not going to get by me.
Right.
But someone who's not familiar with comedy can be like, oh, yeah, I love that puppet guy.
Right.
I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Bruno's interesting though. Bruno and Ed Sheeran got a very dope song. Well, it's an interesting song coming up.
What is it?
I can't say, but it's an interesting song.
Why is it interesting?
It's interesting.
Anything you can speak on?
It's just interesting.
Do they hook
Interesting
up?
record.
But Ed Sheeran is authentic though. Like that's
He very.
that's who he is. That's what he loves. You know, there are people who are like that. Why can't I call her name? She's dead. God knows.
Amy
Amy
Winehouse.
Winehouse.
Winehouse. Thank you.
I just talked about it.
You guys
Amazing.
are just saying
Yeah.
the same thing. That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who came before him. I'm the one that was too much. He's just enough.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
about right.
It's true. He
Taz
called-
did radio.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
retired after 24 years.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How old are you?
That long?
Yeah, I started when I was 9.
No, so you said you were retired for 24 years?
I
No.
retired after 24 years.
Oh,
in
got you. I was
business.
like, huh?
No, I was the first student in the Wendy Williams School of Technology.
Really?
Really, really.
Wow.
So you was the first to witness Kelvin's abuse.
Well,
Speak on it.
I will say that
Speak on it, Ted.
I will say that there have been things that I have seen, and there's the same reason that Wendy stopped talking to me, the same reason she stopped talking to you.
Yeah.
And
Him.
so him,
Yeah,
always him. So that's what that is. But yeah,
So he's getting what he deserves, maybe?
every bit of it.
Really?
Every bit of it. God bless Wendy for surviving.
What did he do to you?
Nothing other than be a hater. Like anytime that there's anybody who's close to Wendy that actually is talking some sense and actually has her best interest at heart,
That's a fact.
Because that's a threat to him.
100%. Because he's really not good at what he. First of all, he does nothing.
he does nothing but stand around and.
What you mean, yo?
Listening to a band
dogs out
Bach
here.
What you mean, yo? Exactly.
You will not speak to Wendy. but Kev, I have something. Like we got 2 minutes.
What you mean, yo? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He said a bad Baku impersonation.
Yes. We got the Warrior spirit.
And Taz is from Philly.
Yeah, man, I'm from Philly.
What are you doing? You say you're doing an interview up here?
Yeah, I'm doing an interview. These trademark lawyers are having a show they're doing on the AM, so they're doing some pitches for me, and then I'll judge the pitches, and then just answer some questions, do the book thing,
You still doing the Beat Bully thing?
Yeah, I'm still doing the bully thing, and
What was it called?
the business bully.
Business Bully. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I retired and went into business for myself, and so now I help entrepreneurs quit their jobs and make money.
Oh, sick. So
Absolutely.
you're coaching? Is that?
That's the only way I can put it because, Googling kick-ass Negro who's actually making things happen for people just
I've
isn't very
Googled
popular.
that.
I bet you did.
You can't leave broadcasting alone though. Taz.
Nah.
And I think that now is the perfect opportunity for you because of things like podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Of things like the YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like that's one of the reasons I do the podcast because
Yeah.
there's certain shit I can't get off on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
You know what I
Nah.
mean? But I can come over here and do this, and I just think that you have so much to offer, not just from even just a talent perspective, just from an information perspective.
I appreciate
I assumed that you were still on the radio. You did a podcast. Yeah, you're very comfortable on
Yeah,
mic. You're
no,
very
I,
That's natural.
strong
though.
opinions.
That's
yeah.
in him. That ain't on him. That's in him.
Yeah, dude. What's the deal, man? We got to cook something up for Taz.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. The thing of it is, I got tired of the game treating me a certain way.
well,
here's
now
the-
you don't have to play the game, baby.
No, I don't. And that's why I got out. I couldn't take it anymore. I'll
Right.
never forget this as long as I live. The last time I got fired, when I said, that's it. 2 seconds after I got fired, he calls me. Charlamagne's like, yo, son, if they don't give you that midday gig, they're hating on you. I'm like, yo, they fired me 5 minutes after they fired the midday girl.
Oh,
You know, and it's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's say that since we're paying Katy Perry this much to do this here and this much to do Summer Jam here and this much to do it here, how about we just give her $1 million and have her do all the shows? And then we do an award show. And they're like, why are we doing an award show? Like, who's gonna want an award from us? And I'm like, well, who wanted an award from Dick Clark and the daggone American Music Awards are still around? Oh, that will never work. Hey, you're fired.
right.
What?
Fill in the blanks.
For having ideas?
Yeah, for having an idea that
Well,
made them
disagree.
that they just didn't want to
Give you the credit for.
And I don't care about credit because it would have been a work for hire anyway, but this is the type of business mind these folks have. So I was like, no, I'm good. If I can make millions for other people, I can make millions for myself.
Absolutely.
So now you have the opportunity to be back in the game and like the system is kind of built for you to succeed.
Yeah.
There's no reason
But
if you enjoy it. I mean,
I do enjoy it.
I think God had a different plan, a different route.
I think I needed to go out and see that there were other things. Like even Jesus spent some time in the wilderness, and I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm just saying that sometimes you need to come out with a fresh perspective and really see what's out there and then be able to bring something back. But I told him, if you go back to my first Breakfast Club interview with them, I told him that the Breakfast Club is lightning in a bottle because they treated them differently. He comes from Wendy, Yee comes from Satellite, and Envy had to pass because of Clue. So it's a different level. It's a different level of respect than someone who starts in the game, stacking T-shirts, interning, grinding the whole nine because they don't ever want to make that person a star. Because then you got to bow down to them. Then you got to make them. You got to deal with their ego and all the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because everybody, when you hire somebody like us, when you hire Charlamagne who's been fired 4 times,
you have
when
an
you hire
expectation,
Envy who was with Miss Jones, through Clue, Hot 97, all that. When you hire Angela who did radio with Sirius, you know, okay, we're trying to build something here. We got to let them cook for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
Also,
it.
sometimes maybe you guys have felt this in your careers, like the position that people hire you at is often the position they see you at, regardless of how high you rise.
Yeah.
So if you get hired as an intern, even if you start to get your own show, those execs are like, oh yeah, that's that intern kid that we brought in.
Yeah.
You're not being able to say
They never can look at you as anything other than that intern.
No.
I get it.
and that's why sometimes you need to leave the place where you start because it's the only way that you'll get the respect you deserve from your bosses. Right? Because when you
Absolutely.
come into that new place, like you did when you came in here, they saw you as this guy who's going to take a show and run with it.
Yeah.
Not as a guy that they were given an opportunity and here you go. We're giving
Maybe they
you a
didn't
shot.
though. Maybe they looked at me as just like, you know what, he'll be a nice compliment to what Envy and
Possible.
Angela doing. Maybe. I don't know how they, I mean, 'cause
Bro, you broke the internet like 6 months beforehand. They knew what they were doing.
What happened 6 months before?
I don't even
The
remember.
Beanie Siegel
Oh,
interview.
yeah. That was yeah.
Bro, this is your story. This ain't even my story. Come on, man.
It was about a year. It was about a year though. But even with you, Taz, I mean, you can look at it from the opposite way too. Like you was a producer
Right?
for Ricky Smiley show.
Yep.
But let's be real. You'll watch Ricky Smiley on the microphone.
Yeah.
That got to be a little frustrating as well to be a producer for a talent that you know you're better than.
Absolutely. You know, the thing of it was, it was a great check. Honestly, the other part of it was there's a talent in being able to mask someone's bullshit, to be able to flank people around them who can make up for your lack. You know what I'm saying? When someone is, and I'm not talking ill about anybody, but if you're, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, functionally illiterate, and you're not really good on promos, and I would rather take someone like, I don't know, a Floyd Mayweather or Fantasia, as opposed to someone like this person who shall remain nameless for reading, you know, there's a talent in growing that. I took that from a show that nobody believed in to 35 markets before I left. Like, that's a skill. You can't take it from me. You know, that foundation he's on, you can't take it from me. That reality show he did, I created that. You know, so those things, at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want. And they got a lot to say about me, but like I told him one time, he said, well, they say you're difficult to work with, and they say this and that. I said, did they ever say I was late? No. Did they ever say I didn't do my job? No. Did they ever say they had a problem with the ratings? No. Then it's personal shit. And I ain't here for personal shit. I'm here for the checks.
Right.
Business. All right, business never personal.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
He can't read?
Not very well, which is amazing how he's got a New York Times bestseller.
Well, I can't pronounce it. I got one.
Yeah, but see, you can. People can call you an asshole. They may say you're stupid in like the crazy way, but ain't nobody ever said, you know, he's a complete moron. He just like doesn't have anything going on.
Yeah.
So wait, what happens when you can't read? Like the letters don't make sense?
Yeah, you said you'd pick Floyd Mayweather
I
over.
would.
Jesus Christ.
I've got tapes.
Jesus.
Like, I mean, I honestly
Please don't ever
would.
release him.
I won't. I'm not that cruel.
Don't make the mistake
He's
I
got
made
children
when
that
I did
I like
that to
and
Floyd. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. I did that with Floyd. That was a
Classic
terrible
radio, though.
mistake.
Classic radio, though. But no, he can't read. It's like this. Let me get this up.
Yeah.
Like, I will read this. Do you feel a need to be famous? BET Awards, the 2019 BET Awards. Do you feel a need to be famous? Bet Award,
Jesus
the 29
Christ.
Bet Awards hosted by Regina. All right,
Jesus
hold on.
Christ. What tribe in Wakanda is that? My God.
The same one Kelvis.
Jesus Christ, man. My God. Taz, tell them where to find you, man.
Oh, man. You can find me very easily at businessbullyshow.com/clients and on social media across the board, The Business Bully, except for Twitter where it's DA Business Bully.
Dude, thank you so much for pulling up, man. It's a
Hey,
pleasant
Well,
surprise.
Taz is here for something else. I just happened to see Taz in the hall. I'm like, yo, what
Yeah,
the fuck
no.
Taz doing
This
this?
is my man. He don't return phone calls. but
That's
other
a
than
goddamn lie.
Really? Really? I got tapes.
That's a lie, Taz. When the last time you called me, Taz?
Bro, I called you.
We text.
No, I text. You just leave red receipts. Yo, I'm having BullyCon. Wanted to
shit.
give you an Icon Award. That was April 3rd.
I didn't hit you. I hit you.
No, you did not.
Yes, you did. You said you.
Schultz. I
You
need a
booked for July
detective.
27th yet? I said I have no idea. That's what I said.
Just go ahead.
Why is there dick pics in here? Bro, y'all are weird, man. I
Ain't
don't
no
understand
dick
your
pics.
friendship,
Shut
bro.
up.
You guys are sending dicks to each other. That's
Nah,
weird,
never
bro.
that. Never that. Never that.
There's a lot of blue text
There's a
right
lot
here,
of blue.
dog. There's
It's
a lot of blue,
bro.
man.
Not enough gray.
Not enough gray in there.
I'm forgetting. It's like it's
Blame it on my mind, not my heart. What's the last message I sent? What's the last message I sent?
He literally just fired off. Peace, my brother. I love you.
Yo, you got that group text too?
Everybody's who are these people?
Nah, man. We gotta get Taz a podcast, man.
Real talk.
Yo,
Won't you
man,
already
let's
do a
do it.
podcast or something though?
Yeah, but I'm always open to bigger opportunities that come with sponsorships, bro.
Word.
Listen, I'm here for nepotism.
Nah.
I'm not that kind of person.
Nah, because I'm seriously, Taz is like dope. And he's just got it. Like some of you, like I said, it's in him. It's not on him. You know what I'm saying? It always has been. And one of the smartest people you ever gonna meet.
God bless you.
And you have a fucking purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
No, man. I just think that like it's anything else. Like people say, I'm anti-job. I'm not anti-job. I'm pro working for I'm pro working for yourself and for your legacy. If you're happy with Taco Tuesdays and all that shit, knock yourself out. Be happy. But if you're talking every day, you know, between 6 o'clock and 9 on Monday morning, talking about I don't want to go. Oh Lord Jesus, Lord, is this supervisor? What about that to me, God? Like. I just want to help you.
Yeah.
And that's just what it comes down to.
And by the way, that's what everybody's on now. Everybody's on that entrepreneurship, self-empowerment kick. Yeah.
One more person calls you Black Gary Vee, I'm going to punch him dead in his mouth.
Jesus Christ.
But, like,
They
seriously.
call you
though,
Black Gary V?
They call me Black Gary Vee.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's how me and Gary got to know each other. Not through him, believe it or not, but just the fact that people kept, you know, tagging me in his stuff, tagging him in my stuff. And I'm like, yo, let me be great on my own. I'm not anybody's black derivative. You know how, like, rapper, I'm the Black Apple.
Yeah.
I'm Dave Anderson. That's it. You can call me Taz if you like. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? But there's a respect there. And he said it straight up and down. He said, if you were white, you'd be as big as I am. I said, well, you know, I'm bigger than you physically. It's just, I need about 49 more million. And then, you know, we can have fun.
Wow. That's actually kind of some condescending shit to say, Gary. Why would you say that to somebody?
Because I asked him the question.
Yeah.
I asked him the question. I was like, do you honestly think it's easier for a straight white man in America than a straight
Oh,
black
got
man
you. Okay.
doing the same exact thing that you're doing? Because we're in the same lane. He just does more advertising and PR than I do. I
Yeah.
do more coaching. But
I thought he volunteered that information. I was like, why would you say some shit like that to
No,
somebody?
not at
If you
all.
were white, you'd be bigger than me. What? The fuck, Gary?
I'm paraphrasing, but you
Got
get
you.
the point. You know, so that's that. But yeah, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
My guy.
Finally got to do this show.
Yeah.
You've never done Brilliant Idiots?
Son of a bitch. it's like he's got systematic conditional Alzheimer's. Do y'all go through this shit with him? Is it just me? 16 years in
Everybody
this
in this room goes through that, I'm sure.
shit. What are you talking about? You could have been
Oh,
on
you
here.
did Breakfast Club. You did Breakfast
I
Club.
did Breakfast Club twice. Envy's still running from me.
You did it twice.
Why is Envy running from you?
I don't know. He's always light skinned and missing when I show up.
Taz, I feel like you've done the podcast, bro.
I have not.
he hasn't.
I got
Really?
10 racks that says I haven't, except for this one.
I don't. I don't know. I'm not gonna bet on my
Yes.
memory.
Yo, you got 2 times best songs. Run me my bread.
I'm not betting on my memory.
Run me my bread.
We
Man.
gotta do it. We gotta do it. Though. We gotta make it official when we come back.
Absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
with it. All right.
Good to meet you, bro.
As always,
Thanks
if you
for
listen to
coming
this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.